Peace. Peace, everyone. I am New Diamonds, and we are about to get into a Leo season energy reading. Hope everyone out there is doing well. We're going to give Soul Tribe some time to come on in. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. Okay. Love, bliss, and abundance to the tribe. Hope everyone out there is doing well. And yes, sending all of the love and light out there to the collective. Ooh, it has been some very interesting energies today. It's so high vibrational. I can barely contain myself, darling. I'm putting on an act right now. I'm putting on an act. I really want to get up and jump and dance, and I can't play the music I want to play, right? They can't contain, right? Trying to confine my energy in this little itty bitty itty space. So, yes, we're going to give Tribe some time to come on in. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Don't forget to get them likes up. Okay. Peace, peace, peace. I see you guys. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Peace, peace, peace. Yes, Papa.
You know where's your
phone? Yeah, it's on the bed. Give Tribe some time to come on in. Yes, very fiery energy. Very. Ooh. Shout out to the Leos. Big Leo energy. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Again, shout out to the Soul Tribe. I guess I'll play some music while I wait for my Soul Tribe to come on in. And then we're going to jump into the energy reading. Okay, shout out to the Soul Tribe. Again, I am New Diamonds. Love, bliss, and abundance. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Yeah, don't forget to get those likes up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. There is like so much high vibrational energy that is here for the collective as we start to get in tune with this Leo energy, as we get anchored into this Leo energy, as we start to go into Leo season energy reading from the Western astrology. There's a lot of abundance that is here for the collective, okay? And it is rooted in our hearts. It's rooted in our inner child. It's rooted in our foundation. So if you was able to get out your feelings, right? If you was able to get out your feelings and get in tune with your feelings, then get out of your feelings in Cancer season, then you should be able to enter in your heart space without the ego interfering in this Leo season. Okay. So there should have been a lot of alchemy work that was done during Cancer season when it comes to how you've been feeling, how you process things. And this is where you get in tune with the process of things, right? And how far you have come along on your journey, right? If the only time we're really looking back is to see how far we have come, and the only time we ever looking down is to watch where we're going, right? Especially if we're in a new space or a new place we haven't been before. Um, we want to make sure that we are confident. We're making each step and every step we're taking that next step with confidence. That's what this Leo season is all about. I was about to say that's what this ego season is all about. Okay. So yeah, really getting in tune with your ego and alchemizing those things at this exact moment, because if you look back 10 years ago, you have grown so much. Okay. And this is you mastering yourself in the year of the 10 after a 10-year cycle. Okay. So there's been a lot of alchemy. There's been exponential growth that you are about to experience due to the investments that you have made within yourself, due to all of the things that you've analyzed, processed, and grown from at this exact time. And this is where you really get in tune with yourself. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot of energy in this space. And I say that because this rising, oh my goodness. Um antidote. Antidote has y'all so funny. Yeah, shout out to the Solo Tribe. Shout because I'm looking at my phone and y'all like, yeah, I'm watching your live right now. Y'all emailing me, texting me. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, so yeah, thank somebody was just saying they just got their shipment. Thank you so much to everybody who's been purchasing the tea, detoxing, getting their elixirs, booking sessions with me, buying products for me. I appreciate y'all so much. Sending y'all all that love and light right back. Um, Again, this energy has been very electrified. Okay, the over the past like day, I kind of got like some sniffles, and I literally took my tea. I upped my dose on my tea, and whatever the hell it was woke up gone. Like it's gone. Like I swear by this tea. If you have any type of sickness, illness, virus, flu, whatever, this ascension tea blend gonna knock it out the box, I promise you. So yeah, shout out to Soul Tribe who's been giving me great testimonies on that. I just had to share that because I was unsure if I was gonna come on live today, because I wasn't sure how I was gonna be feeling. And this rising, it was just like all the mucus was gone, right? So that's part of the message, right? Like I said, if you're able to clear out, cleanse those feelings, clear out, cleanse whatever type of things you've been going through, you're able to step into this Leo season with a clear mind, a clear space, a clear heart, a clear spirit with clarity. Okay. Esternstein said, yes, I am loving the ascension tea. Gratitude, gratitude. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I see y'all. Peace, Gabby. Peace, King. Peace, Glass Moon. Peace, Ashley. I see y'all. Gratitude to y'all. So yes, going back to this energy, as we begin to step into this energy, is going to be very amplified, very charged up. This is the season we've been waiting for. It's most definitely showtime. A lot of us are about to step into the spotlight to shine our light, right? We've been stepping up to the plate, we've been putting in the work. And this is where we receive all of the light that we deserve, where we receive enlightenment at this time from illuminating ourselves in the dark. Okay, there are things, a lot of things that have been illuminated in the dark space of our hearts, in the dark space of our emotions, in the dark space of ourselves. And we have done a lot of alchemy work to shine bright at this time. And this is where we truly get that sunshine. Okay, so the song that I've been hearing all rising is Antidote. Okay. Yeah, by Travis Scott. It's been lit. It's been lit. It's been lit. Like, I'm really upset we can't play music on YouTube without them flagging it and copyrighting it. But that, I'm 1,000% sure that is the theme for, that's the theme song for Leo season is Antidote. Okay. Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Okay. Popping pills is all we know. Okay. It's all Hollywood. Oh, don't go through that front though. Okay. So it's this turned up, fired up, amplified. You are the antidote because you are the cure, because you are the healer, because you put in the work. Okay. So it's your time to shine. It's your time to be in that light and receive the medicine of yourself, receive the medicine that you created. Okay. And it's also the sense of this, um, like this buildup. It's been this buildup, like because the way how the song starts, right? It starts off like the beat is like in and out for like the first couple of like seconds, and then the beat fully drops, right, which is like the best part of the song, right? So it's like been this in and out, in and out, in and out, like you've been getting in tune with yourself, you've been on board, you've been falling off, you've been getting distracted, you get back in tune with yourself, right? And now it's like this anticipation of you arriving to this place, to this space of confidence, of self, of full enlightenment. And then you're able to ascend with source. You're able to be one with source because you put in the work to be one with yourself. Okay. And it's this just this beautiful turnaround energy. It's this beautiful amplified frequency that is here for the collective due to us deep diving within ourselves. Okay. So if you've been putting in the work, you're about to get ready for a beautiful ride, and it's most definitely time for you to step in the light, shine your light, and don't dim your light for nobody, not even for yourself. Not, don't make yourself small, don't try to fit in. You are different, you are unique, you are quote unquote weird, you are quote unquote a nerd, you are quote unquote the black sheep, for all of these different reasons. Okay, for you to be exactly who you are. Okay, so this is where we find confidence in who we are, and really looking at how far we have come, because that that path, that experience has made us who we are today. Okay, all of those steps that we took has led us to this foundation, and now we're able to blossom and grow as we see this transformation. Okay, and the transformation is us. Okay, so yes, that is like my little intro for this energy. There's a lot of things going on in the energetic space, so I'm gonna do my best to break all of those things down as they come up. We are in the midst of this beautiful basket alignment, and you should be feeling really full, right? Shout out to everybody who's been booking sessions. These last couple of sessions that I have booked, they have been so fulfilling, they have been so enlightening, they have been lifting me up. So I just really want to say shout out to the Soul Tribe. Thank you guys so much just for um sharing space, sharing energy, sharing frequency with me. It really does mean a lot. And I trust y'all just like y'all trust me. I love y'all just like y'all love me. And I appreciate y'all, and I'll continue to pour into the collective. Okay. So, yes, as we start to deep dive into this Leo season energy reading, shout out to all the Leos. Okay. Happy birthday. Happy solar return to you guys. It's your season. This is where things get hot, right? It's getting hot in here. And we really start to experience a new level of exposure when we go into Leo season. Okay. We're in the midst of this beautiful, serious energy, right? The Syrian energy from the 7-7 portal to the 8-8 portal and beyond, right? This is where we get those dog days of summer due to it being the hottest days of the year. Because if, like I said, if we're going off of Western astrology, we're in Leo season, but if we go off of sidereal astrology, the sun is actually truly in divine alignment with the sun. Okay, the sun is actually in true divine alignment with Sirius, right? It's really in that summer energy, if we're looking at it from a sidereal standpoint. So this is really all about looking at things from a different perspective. That way you're able to see the full picture, because some things may not make sense now, but they will later. Okay, so if you're open to that, you're going to see a lot of things changing. Okay, and changing not just around you but within you at this time. Okay, so this Leo season, where my Leos at? How many Leos we got in the building? Okay, Leo risings, Leo moons, Venus and Leo. Okay, a lot of different Leo energy and Leo placements. We're going to be seeing a lot of different shifts this month and this season, due to a lot of planetary alignments that happen during this season. Okay, the main thing that I really want to address is this heart of a lion, right? Heart of a lion energy is really calling you to have courage, really calling you to deep dive within yourself and not be afraid, stepping out of fear and letting go of that fear, letting go of that anxiety when it comes to embracing who you truly are. So never be afraid to be your authentic self, because that is going to open up spaces, doors for you to get into places that you belong, versus being in fear and dimming your light, out of rejection, out of whatever it may be for you. Okay, so this is where you really step into your light and embody that at this time. Okay, so yes, Leo sign is the fifth sign, and it is all about that fixed fire sign, right? So being in the middle of something, you could be in the middle of a transition, you could be in the middle of starting a project, you could be feeling like you caught in the middle, feeling like you're stuck. But this is where you truly embrace your passions to ignite that fire to continue to motivate you and inspire you to get whatever it is done that you need to get done at this time. Okay. Um, Also, this is all about embodying the heart, right? So really getting in tune with your heart, really getting in tune with your soul, right? What does your soul look like? What does your heart look like? Are you listening to your heart? Are you listening to your soul? Are you listening to your spirit? Right? And having that courage it takes to speak up and speak your truth, regardless of who's around, regardless of what people have to say, really honoring your truth and going by your morals and standing in that integrity, being intentional with your thoughts as well, because it's going to help build the character, um build your character at this time. Okay, also tapping into that inner strength. And I feel like inner strength is all about how big your heart is, how much compassion you're able to hold for yourself and for others, how much grace, how much discipline, right? Strength isn't always just this physical thing, right? Some people, they immediately hear, oh, how many weights can I lift? Right? How strong, how physically strong can I be? Yes, strength is about that, but I also think about strength coming from an inner standpoint, right? Mentally strong. How mentally strong are you? How emotionally strong are you? How strong are you when it comes to discipline, right? If you set this goal to do something, do you have the discipline to get it done, right? When you're faced with temptation, when you're faced with trials, when you're faced with tribulations, when you're faced with tests, are you able to maneuver through those obstacles and pass them with flying colors due to how much discipline you have, how much soul growth you have accomplished with yourself, right? So that strength is strictly attributed to you, right? Your strength isn't how much somebody else is lifting weights in the gym, right? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, right? So that isn't an external thing, that is an internal thing. right? And I feel like that's a lot of things that people are kind of focused on right now, is getting more in tune with their discipline of self, and how can I grow? How can I be better than I am today? And not necessarily compare myself to anyone. The only person I'm in competition with is myself, right? I just want to be better than I was yesterday, better than I was last year, better than I was 10 years ago. And if I am taking a small step forward, it's better than no step at all. Okay. Also, Leo energy is all about playing, right? It's all about that inner child. It's all about going within, because that is an act of creation. Okay. So after the seed is planted, right, in Cancer, the seed begins to blossom, the seed begins to grow. And I feel like that is, that child, the star seed, right? The star, the sun, right? Leo's attributed to the sun, and the sun is a star. So this is all about how you getting in tune with your inner self, right? How are you getting in tune with your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, right? How are you getting in tune with um all of these different layers of yourself, including your inner child, right? What were some things that made you happy when you were a child to do, right? Playing, dancing, singing, writing, rapping, not having a sense of worry, the sense of freedom, the sense of sovereignty, right? The sense of pureness, the sense of, um, I wouldn't say being naive, but the sense of experiencing things for the first time, right? Having that joy, having that childlike nature, and really just being open to this new beginning that a lot of us are starting with ourselves, and embracing that journey, embracing this new identity that we've been working so hard to transmute and get in tune with during this time. Okay. This also will be a time where we focus on the children, right? And I say that because it's summertime, right? And normally this is summer break for the children or people who are in school. So yeah, you'll see a lot more children out. You'll see people traveling for vacation, right? Just a lot of different things that it attributes to that playful energy, right? So as much work as you've been getting done, don't be afraid to play, right? Work hard, play harder. Okay. And also find that balance with yourself. That way you're able to continue to grow at this time. Okay. Um, and also something else that's attributed to the Leo energy is the ego, Leo ego, right? So finding balance with the ego as well. Y'all know me. I don't demonize the ego. The ego is something that we need, right? So if I'm feeling down, if I'm crying, right, if I ain't got my heart broke, somebody told me I ain't shit, right? My ego is gonna come in and say, no, you are the shit, right? Pick your head up. You done been through much worse. Get up. Good girly, gonna get on out there. Right. My ego is gonna come in and lift up the vibe. It's gonna come in and pick me up. Right. So I like to look at different standpoints of the ego and be able to check the ego, right? If the ego is getting a little bit too hard or too down or too aggressive, that's sometimes, something you want to check within the ego. So being mindful of that and not dimming the light of the ego, knowing when to let the ego come out and shine as well, because an ego that has been alchemized is your higher self, right? That is your higher self. That is spiritual attunement. That is source, right? Speaking from a place, a healed place, speaking from a place of a higher perspective without any compromise, without any bias, without any unhealed outside interference, right? That is the ego. And you really want to focus on a higher standpoint when it comes to the ego. Because every single time I hear the ego, it makes me think of an eagle, right? The bird, the ego that's flying, right? And the ego is something that has this overview, right? It's able to see certain things from miles away and scope in, and it's a predator that's able to scoop up on its prey, but it's out of a certain perspective that it has. So being able to tap into this different perspective when it comes to the ego, and you're going to be able to go higher than you even expected with yourself. Okay. So yeah, that looks like ego work, shadow work, um inner child work, healing yourself, giving yourself time to play, giving yourself time to rest, giving yourself time to love, right? As we get back into with that heart energy and that love energy, this is that loving yourself, loving your inner child, loving your ego, loving your shadow, right? Embracing yourself from all sides, from all facets at this time. Okay. getting in tune with that dharma, right? That dharma, because that's attributed to the ego and karma as well. So not being afraid to be who you are. And you already know, I always love to say, we don't take losses. Those losses are lessons, and those lessons turn into blessings because we gain a sense of wisdom from the knowledge that we've encountered on our journey, from what we encountered from those experiences. So always be open to growth and different perspectives of yourself, because this is about pouring back into yourself and loving yourself, right? That ego, right? That ego is about self. It's about the I, me, right? Well, how am I healing myself? How am I taking accountability, right? Not just placing the blame on others, not just being selfish. And if I am being selfish, it's because I'm pouring into myself. It's because I'm loving on myself, right? So y'all know we all about alchemy over here. Okay. So I love to find different ways to alchemize the ego and make the ego work for me in its highest light. And if the ego is coming in, listening to the ego, because it has a very valuable point of view. Okay, especially if you've done a lot of shadow work, especially if you've done a lot of healing on all different levels. Okay, your ego is gonna come in to help you, not to derail you. All right. Um, Something else that's attributed to Leo energy is, like I said, the five, right? When you get those five elements, the earth, the water, the air, the fire, right? You become that ether, right? And you're able to make the most out of your time. You're able to make the most out of your space with this spirit that you have, right? I tried to name off all things that are attributed to the fire, right? Because some people have different points of views when it comes to what the fifth element is, right? Dr. Phil Valentine says that is time, right? Says it is space, right? Some people says that is ether, right? You, that alchemy, that philosopher's stone, that elixir of life, right? When you combine all of those elements, you get ether, you get spirit, right? You get us, right? Because some people attribute ether to nine ether beings, right? Which is space, which is dark matter, which is carbon, right? It's a lot of different things. Y'all know y'all girl be all over the place. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying to stay focused, right? But that's how this energy is when you're dealing with the five, right? It's this beautiful bouncing off, reflective, finding different pathways to connect to the one, to connect to the all, right? And I love to think of that as a star, right? The star has that 5 points as well. And going back into that sun energy, the sun is the star, right? Is that spirit, is that soul, it gives us spirit, it gives us fire, it gives us light, illumination, right? Without the sun, Earth will be done, right? This whole solar system will be icy, ice cold, okay? Ice box where your heart used to be, okay? So we need that fire, we need that ether, we need that passion, we need that inspiration, that desire, right? To help motivate us and keep us pushing, keep us breathing, right? That breath of life, right? When you breathe, it's hot, right? Or depending on how you focus the air, focus that intention, focus your fire, right? The blue part of the flame is the hottest, right? So you really want to be getting in tune with your intention. That way you're able to manifest exactly what you're trying to on your journey at this point in time, okay? I'm gonna drink some tea because I'm in a flow. I've been fasting. Okay. I feel great, super charged up. Get them likes up for your girl. Okay. Get them likes up for your girl because I'm about to go in. I'm only on the first line of my notes, slash, slash. Okay. I ain't even really got into it yet. And it's going to be a good one. I'm going to be bringing up the chart. I'm going to be doing a live chart analysis. We're going into space weather because that's very much prominent right now. We're going to be going into the Schumann resonance because it's been going up and going down. We're going to be deep diving into a lot of things. So get them likes up for your girl. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. I'm like 1,500 subscribers away from that 10K. So please be sure to support your girl any way that you can, even if it's just a like, even if it's just a subscribe. It means a lot to me. Okay, you guys? Ooh, that's so bitter. It's dark. You can't even see through it. Okay. Woo. Man, I made it strong today. Okay. Made it strong to make sure that I am purging and cleansing any viruses, any parasitic frequencies, anything that don't need to be in my body, it got to go. Okay, it's getting cleared out, it's getting purged, it's getting cleansed. And that's also something that's attributed to Leo, attributed to the sun, right? If things get hot, that fire, it purifies as well, right? It sterilizes, it cleanses, it detoxes, right? When you get a cold and you catch a fever, that's your body cleansing and purging that virus, right? It's burning off those extra, that bacteria, that fungi, that whatever it is, right? It is doing its alchemy within the body, and it raises the temperature to burn off some of those things that may be parasitic within the body. So I love this fire energy, this Leo energy, this sun energy, because it's all about purging, it's all about cleansing, it's all about detoxing. And you already know I'm the detox queen. Okay. I love a good detox. Okay. Just to make sure that you are clear. Because after you purge, after you release, after you detox, you have this sense of clarity, right? It's like, you know, you've been crying all day or crying about whatever, and then you finally just stop and you feel so light, right? You've been working out at the gym, got a good sweat, you didn't purge. Oh man, it's no better feeling than that after that workout, right? It's no better feeling than after you've been putting in the work for something, right? Staying dedicated, staying disciplined, staying focused, and you finally accomplish that goal. It's like, that natural high, that epiphany, that revelation, right? So it's nothing better than that, at least to me, right? If I didn't set out on this goal and I got to have discipline to do it and I actually accomplish it, oh baby, I'm good, right? That is the reward, to let me know that I have the self-control, I have the self-discipline to see whatever vision I have through and watch it manifest. Okay. So yes, this is also the time where we see a lot, there's a going to be a lot of spotlights that are put on certain things at this time, okay? And this looks like the spotlight being put on you, right? So really deep diving into yourself. Like I said, the ego. If you're gonna be talking about I, well, what is something that I need to work on? What is something that I need to heal? What is something that I need to do to make myself feel better, right? And not just from an external place, from an internal place. That way I can feel eternally fulfilled and not externally fulfilled, because sometimes that external gratification is only temporary, and I need something that's gonna make it last forever. Okay. So this is about really pouring into yourself and making sure that you put the spotlight on yourself, because that's what Source is doing right now. Source is putting a spotlight on all of the chosen, all the people who chose themselves, all the people who chose to heal themselves, work on themselves, elevate themselves, be entrepreneurs, work that job so they can get to where they need to be, sacrifice whatever it is that you're sacrificing to get to where you want to be, all of these different things, right? Whether it's healing the lineage, breaking those curses, you know, falling in love, right? Breaking up because you're not happy, whatever it is for you, there's going to be a spotlight put on you, from Source, to evaluate yourself, to analyze yourself, and also be open to yourself, be open to love yourself, be open to see yourself in all the different facets that you have, right? All different colors of the rainbow, right? Seeing it from all sides and not be judgmental of yourself. Just truly embracing yourself for who you are. That's how you get in tune with who you are. That's how you truly grow. Not lying to yourself, but speaking your truth. Okay. Also, there's gonna be a lot of people breaking out into the spotlight. Like I'm getting like a lot of viral things, because we know Leo's all about that attention energy, right? But we don't want to be doing things for the wrong attention, right? You don't want to be doing anything for any kind of attention. Some, celebrities say all attention is good attention, but we want to make sure that we're at least in a more positive light than a more negative way. Okay. So for example, I love to come on here and pour into the collective, talk about healing, talk about astrology. We talk about a lot of different things over here. And I want to gain the right attention, the right traction. I want to tap into people who vibrate with that frequency, right? I could easily come on here and be half naked, right, and twerk and dance and try to sing and use my sexuality for attention, and manipulate men and manipulate women and trick people, right? I'm just giving this as an example. That's things that I could do to get my views up, right? Easy, right? I can come on here, put down African American men, put down melanated men and women, and talk about chaos and talk about BS all day. And that's gonna get views. I mean, I probably would have been viral a long time ago on YouTube. Okay. I probably already had him 10K viewers. But like I said, I want to make sure I'm doing things right. I want to make sure that I'm doing things that have integrity. I still have morals, and there is a sense of um this sense of character, this sense of morality, this sense of um I don't know. I want to make sure I'm doing it right, right? I want to be a good role model. I want to be a good leader, which is something that's attributed to Leo energy as well. I don't want to be doing anything for anything. And especially because that's not something that resonates with my spirit, right? So I want to be, like I said, authentic to myself while also elevating in the right light, right? So not just doing anything for anything, because we see a lot of that when it comes to social media. People just doing things for clickbait, people just, on streamers university, just doing all type of anything, right? No, that's not the type of attention that I want. That's not the type of attention I want you guys to strive for. I want us to really vibrate in our authentic selves and let people that are attracted to that come to that, right? Let people that truly vibrate with your frequency resonate with that, and they will. So this is really getting in tune with yourself and operating from that sense of that type of attention, and not operating from a sense of desperation, right? When people get desperate, they do anything, right? And that's not the type of time we on over here. Okay, I hope I made my point about attention and spotlight, right? So yeah, and I feel like when you operate in your authentic self, spirit, source, God, Allah, Brahman, whatever your spiritual religious beliefs are, source is going to shine a light on you that cannot be dimmed. Source is going to put you in the right place, space, time, um for you to shine your light, right? Your glow is going to get brighter, your mind is going to get clearer, your senses are going to get stronger, your gifts are going to get more enhanced. And that is source shining the light on you. That is you being a direct connection to source, and you becoming the light, you being basked in the light, and you shining your light. Okay, so it's levels to the light, right? It's levels, because it's also dark light, right? You can get caught up in some, in the, the black market and the underworld, and again, it's nothing wrong with those things, but like I said, be very intentional about the attention, right? Pay attention to the intention, because that's going to help you govern your path. It's going to help you know which road that you're headed in when you're paying attention to the intention, and you know where things are coming from, you know where they're rooted in, and then you can kind of see what branches, what levels you're able to go to. Okay, I love y'all. Thank y'all. You said, yeah, it's levels to the light. Most definitely it's levels to the light. It's levels to us. It's levels to earth. It's levels to this planet. It's layers within layers within layers, like an onion. And seeds get planted for them to grow, but it's layers to that seed, right? It's the nucleus, it's the DNA structure, it's the outer shell, and then that outer shell breaks. It's like an egg, and then it get cracked, and then it could be a chicken. It's so many different things at this time that we can really get in tune with if you just open up your mind and be open to yourself. Okay, so yeah, the spotlight. Spirit is going to be shining the spotlight on you like never before. So be ready to step up to the plate. Be ready to be open. Be ready to have those viral moments, right? Put yourself out there. And like I said, not for any type of attention. You will gain traction. You will gain attention the way that you're supposed to, by being your authentic self at this time. Okay. Because I'm really spirit. The way spirit is showing me is like, I'm on a stage, but this is collective energy. This is a collective reading, right? So we're on a stage and there's a spotlight shining on us, right? So if you've been putting in the proper work, taking in the proper care, making the right investments, you're going to be prepared for this light to be shined on you, right? And you won't have stage fright, because you've been prepping, you've been preparing, you've been open, you've been practicing for this moment, right? And it's going to be time for you to shine your light, okay? and it's going to be for the collective, right? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, because opposite of Leo is Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about the community. It's all about unity, right? And we need unity in the community, but it first starts with self, right? You and I, TY, but you have to get yourself first. You got to get that I, that me together first. You got to do the healing work first, so that when you step into this collective standpoint, you're able to resonate with those who are healed. You're able to elevate with the collective and heal the collective because you've healed yourself, right? They're able to see your light, feel your energy. There isn't any animosity, there any isn't jealousy. It's all love. It's all based out of love because you put in the work to love yourself. So that way you're able to love others and are able to love you. Okay. It's hold on, because Spirit's taking me through there, and I ain't did no acacia today. I ain't even tapped in. So yeah, you're gonna feel that natural love of self because you poured into yourself, because you've been loving yourself. And when you shine that internal light of love, and you see how the come on, let's see how the sun came out. When you shine your internal light of love, true love and authentic frequencies cannot deny that energy, right? And that's all because of the work that you poured into yourself. Source shines that light, and it gives you this space, this opportunity for you to speak, for you to connect, for you to heal with others, right? So it's just this beautiful community and unity that is happening when we all do the work that is necessary, and then we link up with Soul Tribe, we link up with the collective, and then it's just a group of us healed. It's just a group of us on the same frequency. It's just a group of us just all basking in our own light, right? There isn't any leeches, there isn't any vampires, there isn't any haters, because we've all done the shadow work to see ourselves. Because vampires can't see themselves when they look in the mirror. Okay, so it's just this beautiful, you said Sunday sermon. You already know you about to get this work. Okay, I'm already tapping in. Be sure to get them likes up. But yeah, this is all about you getting in tune with yourself, to love yourself, to shine your light, and then you're able to grow and link up with the community as well. And then you're all able to see one another's light, because we've all been putting in the work to step up to the plate to create this new foundation within ourselves, so that way we can grow as a community, right? This is about the collective. This is about the collective. But like I said, vampires can't see themselves, right? But when vampires look in the mirror, they don't see themselves. They can't take accountability. They don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to spread love, right? All they know how to do is be narcissist, drain, hurt, right? So this is about really being able to see yourself, love yourself, elevate, and grow. Okay, that's from a healed perspective. All right. But it also takes a lot of will, right? Something else that's attributed to Leo is willpower, right? And how do you build your willpower? Well, that goes back to discipline. Well, how do you build discipline? You have to know your weaknesses, you have to know your strengths, right? So the more you get in tune with your weaknesses and your strengths, you're able to work on that discipline, and you're able to work on your willpower. You're able to have discipline in a realm of free will, right? Because we're able to do what we want, yes, but you don't want to be doing anything for anything. You want to be doing everything for the right reasons at this time, okay? And then when you start to get into that frequency of mastering yourself, of loving yourself, then you become very magnetic. Okay. You become highly magnetic. You become highly attractive. And this is where your aura amplifies. This is where your light amplifies. This is where your love is amplified. This is where your gifts are amplified, because you've done the internal work. See, that light, y'all got to excuse. But that light that you have built from within yourself, that love that you have built from within yourself, that work that you have built from within yourself start to shine outward, and it starts to attract those on that same frequency. Okay. So that is how you become highly magnetic. It's from the discipline that you do. It's from you operating from discernment and not being opportunistic, being optimistic, being observant, and making sure that you are making your next move, your best move at this time. Um, that's how you truly become magnetic, and you allow that magnetism to really amplify when you pour into yourself at this time. Okay. Also magnesium. I don't know. I've been picking up on magnesium. I know I've been craving a lot of magnesium. So again, with this heat, with these fires, all of this stuff kicking up, y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all minerals, y'all vitamins, y'all nutrients. Make sure y'all pouring into yourself and nourishing yourself the proper way. That way you don't feel drained, you don't feel tired, right? And you aren't vulnerable to attack. Okay. Because that's exactly how them parasites and them sicknesses come in. Soon as you let your guard down, the one time you ain't taking your tea, or 1 week you ain't take your 111 blend, right? That's when you get sick, right? So you want to make sure that you are um staying 10 steps ahead of the game when it comes to protecting yourself in all ways. Yes, I would say pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds for people who are more alkaline, right? Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, those are very high in magnesium as well. Also the B12s, the uh I believe copper. They have a lot of different copper. They have a lot of different minerals and properties that are really, really good for the body. Okay. Yes, exactly. Again, for those who don't know, I also have a 111 blend that has all of the minerals, the vitamins that the body needs. So you can also purchase that. The link for that is down in the description box below on my website, nudiamonds.net. And I have a lot of great results for people who use that. And it makes sure that you have all of those minerals, magnesiums, phosphates, folic acid, iodine, copper, vitamin C, D, vitamin K. It has everything that your body needs to sustain itself. So if if you're looking for something, then I would suggest that as well. Okay. Also, another thing that is attributed to Leo energy is the crown, right? The sun, the corona, right? The corona is the crown, right? So, like I said again, the sun, when the sun lets off these rays, these frequencies, this radiation, it affects the crown, it affects our minds, it affects how we think, right? Just that sense of wintertime, right? When people don't get enough sun, they become vitamin D deficient, which causes depression, which causes all type of different things. So this really does affect the mind, affects the minerals, affects the cells in so many different ways. So this is why it's best to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to alchemize your mind at this time, whether that is breath work. Um, does the Ascension blend have the same nutrients? No, it does not. The Ascension blend is more so of a detoxing tea, more of a daily detoxing tea. It does have some protein in it. It does have some vitamin C. It does have, I believe, vitamin A in there. It has a few vitamins in there, but it's not more of a nutrient dense superfood supplement at this time. I would really suggest, if you're curious about making sure that you get your minerals, your vitamins, to try that 111 blend, even if it's just like a little sample size, and see how your body feels. I know I have a lot of great testimonies on my website from the 111 blend, and it gives me a lot of energy, because it's giving me all those vitamins, minerals that my body needs on a daily. So yeah, I would suggest the 111 blend if you're curious about nutrients. The Ascension blend is more so for detoxing and helping you ascend. It's more so for getting rid of viruses, flus, colds, sicknesses. It's more so of that type of thing, and making sure that your body stays, your immune system stays high and prepared. That way, if anything does enter in the body, your body's already able to fight it off. Okay. It keeps the body in an alkaline state. So that way, if anything does acidic enter in, it will kind of eliminate it. Okay. So that's kind of what the Ascension tea is. I would suggest, read the description box. I have a very long description of what all the blends do. And then you can also do your own research, right? To help yourself kind of figure out what it is that you're looking for. Okay. Or you can always email me as well. Hey Diamond, I'm looking, for this, that, and this. I do also create special blends for people who are seeking something different. So you can always reach out to my email, and that is in the description box as well. Okay. So yes, the crown, the Leo energy is all about the crown. It's all about enlightening yourself. And tapping into that royal energy, right? The king of the jungle or the queen of the jungle is that Leo energy. And that's all about the crown. Who wears the crown? And that's all about your mind, right? Your crown, making sure that your crown is together, making sure that your hair, your antennas is good, right? Um, Also, you really want to make sure that you are protecting your crown, protecting your mind. And that's just not about, right, wearing a helmet, right, or wearing something protective, right, when you out on, the bike or out on the field, right? That's also about what you're consuming, right? Because those things go directly into your mind, go directly into your subconscious mind. And you want to make sure that you are filling up your mind with positive, high vibrational things, educational things, that way you're able to elevate properly and not poisoning your brain, not poisoning your crown or poisoning your mind at this time. Okay. um Also, something else attributed to Leo is romance, right? We get into that love energy. We get into, when it gets hot, people's clothes come off in the summer. And that's more of this love connection energy. That's more people getting together, um, and linking up, and hot girl summer and all of those things. So there is this sense of, people hooking up and people finding romance. A lot of people get married around this time due to it being nicer in season, and the roses being in full bloom so they can have them at their weddings, things like that. So there is this chance of love, and really getting into it, loving yourself, right? Because it's layers to love, right? Love isn't just about sex. Love isn't just about intimacy. Love is about communication, right? Love is about my love language, right? Love is about compassion, right? It's ways that you can show love. It's infinite ways that you can show love, right? A love for a child, a love for family, a love for a family member, a love for a partner, the love for something that brings you joy, that brings you excitement. Okay, so it's all different types of ways to show love. Love of self, right? Pouring into yourself and knowing that you are deserving of what you're seeking, knowing that you are deserving of what you're asking, especially if you've been putting in the work and investing in yourself. Those means of trying to obtain those things aren't too far fetched because you've been working on self love. Okay, so it's so many different ways of loving yourself. And I really do see this as a summer of love where people are getting back in tune with loving themselves, and people finding their soulmates, people finding their twin flames, people finding, or season of breakups, right? People breaking up because their partner doesn't value them, or their partner doesn't see them, or they've grown apart, or their relationship was based off of superficial values, right? There was no great foundation. The foundation was built off of fakeness, right? So there could be this sense of people breaking up, right, to get back in tune with themselves because they've attached their identity to their partner, and they need to get back in tune with themselves and find themselves, or they may have lost their identity in a relationship, may have lost their identity in their children, may have lost their identity in their work, right? So it's many different ways, like I said, to look at love. Be open to all different realms of love when it comes to this energy. Okay. um and also finding the joy and finding balance and finding happiness with yourself, because that is what true love is, right? It's about just being happy with yourself, right? Regardless of how I look, right? Oh, I'm on a bad day, I look, no, I love myself regardless of what I look like, right? Yeah, I may feel a little bit more um enthusiastic about certain things if it looks a certain way, but honestly, I want to love myself on even on a bad day, right? And that's what love is to me, right? Can you love me on a bad day, right? We know you're gonna love me when I'm up. Can you love me when I'm down, when I'm not feeling good, when I'm down and out, not feeling so well, right? That's the meaning of love, right? So it's also looking at that from your own standpoint, right? Being happy with who you are, especially if you're getting in tune with the true happiness of yourself. Okay. Okay. Also, another thing that is attributed to Leo energy, again, this is the fifth sign, right? So when we speaking of it from a astrological standpoint, Leo's a fifth sign because we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, right? So it is a fifth sign, but it starts in the seventh month, right? So it goes into that seven. So it's that 5, 7 energy, but also that 8 energy, right? So I feel like if you're open to change, if you're open to being flexible, then you can tap into your own divinity, which is the 7. You can tap into your own godhood when you balance the relationship with yourself, balance the relationship with others. Then you're able to tap into that infinity energy, you're able to tap into the infinite energy, right? Your infinite power source of self. When you get in tune with yourself and you're able to let go of those old karmic loops, let go of those old karmic patterns to be who you truly are, right? Breaking those old habits to create new, better habits at this time, okay? Um, Also, another thing attributed to Leo and is the sun, right? So the sun is it does so many things, right? But one thing that the sun does is exposes things, it illuminates things. And with this exposure, we're able to see things through a different lens, right? Because I love this sense of this light, right? Light, enlightenment, right? Going internal to enlighten yourself, right? But light, it can be seen as an illusion, right? Because it's only from our perspective of how we view it, right? So it really goes back to your eyes and what you're letting your eyes see, right? Because looks can be deceiving, right? So this is where you really get in tune with your perception and your perspective and your discernment when it comes to certain things, and you don't let certain things cast an illusion over your eyes, right? And sometimes you may need to switch the lens of which you're viewing things at this time. And there's a lot of different things going on with the sun at this time that's so like trippy. And I always show you guys pictures of the sun that I take, videos of the sun that I take. And recently, there's been a lot of talk about this lens over the sun, and it makes so much sense because we've been seeing multiple suns in the sky. We've been seeing multiple objects in the sky, right? So for me, this lets me know that yes, the original sun is back, right? The original earth is here, right? That new earth is really old earth because it's all about a love frequency. It's all about really tapping into the heart, the golden key, which lies within yourself. When you activate that self-love, when you activate that self-worth, when you activate that investing in yourself, to heal the lineage, and really opening up to different perspectives of yourself at this time, okay? So, yes, I feel like there's a whole new perspective, a whole new lens that we're about to open up to, a whole new veil, a whole new world is about to be explored and about to be exposed during this Leo season when it comes to those who have enlightened themselves, because we're going to be tapping into a whole new way of thinking, being, doing, and observing during this time, okay? Also, when we get into the sun and what it exposes and thing that it does is cellular structure, right? So when the sun comes in, it comes in with these solar flares, it comes in with this light, and it's able to penetrate our skin, right? So it penetrates the skin, it penetrates the cells, it penetrates the DNA, it penetrates the mitochondria, which then transforms us, right? That chlorophyll, this is how plants get there, they grow, right? They're communicating with the sun, the chlorophyll, the chloroplast, right? And we are very closely related to plants because it's that melanin, right? The melanin that's on our skin is able to absorb the sunlight like a solar panel, and it charges us up. It charges everything in this realm up. So with that new information, those new lights, that new neutrinos, that new gamma ray information is going to be pouring in, is going to be enlightening us and opening us up at this time to so much more. So we're going to be experiencing, yes, more heat waves, more solar radiation, more hurricanes, more earthquakes, more volcanoes. It's going to be a lot of different weather anomalies at this time because the earth is coming in and ramping things up, right? They've been having this talk about El Nino, right? The super El Nino, right? That means that the core of the earth is heating up. With the core of the earth heating up, that means that the water the sea waters, the sea levels are heating up, which is going to melt the ice caps, right? I've been talking about this for a very long time now, right? But we're in the energy. We're in the energy. So we're going to see a lot of things ramp up, a lot of things speed up. So this is where you really get in tune with yourself and you do the proper work that it takes to elevate, which looks like detoxing, which looks like planning your own food, which looks like connecting with community, so you can go to local farmers markets, connect with local farmers, connect with people who we can exchange resources at this time. Okay, if anything was to happen, we have each other. That's what Soul Tribe is about, right? I've been working on myself so we can come together, so we can unite and do whatever it is that we need to do to get through this energy collectively. Okay, so yes, also make sure that you are getting in tune with whatever is going to help you maneuver through this energy the best way that you can. Okay, so it's just not about um your perspective, is also about a bigger picture. So, and I say that because, again, the opposite of Leo is Aquarius, and Aquarius is attributed to the collective, the community, the rebel, the humanitarian, the humanity, right? So when you tap into a bigger picture, that gives you even more inspiration to get things done that you need to get done at this time. So always be able to find balance with yourself and balance with things that you're doing. That way you're able to create whatever reality that you want. And it manifests a lot faster and quicker. Just like if you're building a house, right? If I'm building a house by myself, it's going to take me a longer time versus if I have 5 people helping me build the house, right? So that's kind of like what collective is all about. And then look, we go around, we build my house. Now it's time to build your house, right? So it's all about that reciprocated energy when it comes to the collective. And you'll be able to feel that at this time. Okay. All right. Now, have I lost y'all? Y'all all right? Y'all quiet in the chat. Drop some gems. Y'all, how we doing? I'm going too fast. Y'all keeping up? It's okay. It's good. Okay. I see them hearts. Okay. Gratitude. Get them likes up. Okay. So I said this Leo energy is also attributed to ancestor fire. I've been picking up on a lot of ancestral energy, and I don't know if you guys have been picking up on that as well. But one thing that I love to attribute it to the ancestors is the sun. I feel like the sun, it goes into the soul, right? And I notice sometimes when certain celebrities or certain people pass away, the solar flares kick up and the solar flares kick off. I don't know if you guys seen my presentation I did about the black hole, and how when Nipsey Hussle passed away, they discovered a black hole because the black hole emitted a frequency from it. Right. So I love to think that, our souls are attributed to the sun, right? Another name for the sun is soul. Right. So the more that you get in tune with your soul, with your ancestors, with your lineage, you're able to grow, you're able to alchemize, you're able to bloom. Right. And our ancestors are going to be speaking to us louder than ever during these times. Okay. I don't know if y'all was here when I did the collective readings for everyone last live, but we had some ancestors come through and they were speaking. So a lot of you may even be experiencing your ancestors coming in, seeing your ancestors in your dreams, seeing a lot of orbs, right? Because ancestors aren't just ancestors that we know on this planetary realm. They're also ancient ancestors, right? Your grandpa, right? And being open to that and what that may look like for you, right? Your blood lineage, right? Your star lineage, right? What galaxy your soul may come from, right? What location geologically your family may come from. So being open to that ancestor fire, because it will be highly activated during this time. So for those who are doing their genealogy, for those who are going back to the roots, going back to the grid, this will be a very highlighted time for you, a very highly activated time for you, because you've been putting in a lot of work that others have not. Okay. Or just getting back in tune with your roots so you can activate even more of that ancestral power at this time. Okay. So yes, the ancestral fire is the breath of life. Okay. So again, like I said, that blood that is flowing through our veins it's your ancestors, right? The bloodline, it travels far. That tree of life, right? The ancestor tree, it's all attributed to life, right? It's all attributed to the sun. It's all attributed to the soul, and how we continue to activate that at this time. So breath work is going to be key during this time to make sure that you aren't operating impulsively, right? You're not doing things just because of you got triggered emotionally, right? You want to make sure that you're being intentional about everything. And sometimes that look like taking a step, taking one step at a time, taking a breath, gathering yourself before you react, right? Think before you react, right? Responding before you react. That means processing your thoughts, processing what's going on before you just jump into something, right? So being very aware of this energy, because like I said, when it's hot, people just, they're very impulsive. The blood is rising, the temperature's rising. Sometimes people get a little frisky, right? And you get caught up in the energy, and now you then immerse yourself in that, immerse yourself in something in that you really didn't want to immerse yourself in because you were moving too fast or being impulsive, or not being very intentional, or not being very conscious about what it is that you're doing. So you really want to make sure that you take your time and pace yourself at this time, okay? And that's all attributed to that ancestor fire, that breath of life, okay? Also, what is calling your spirit at this time? We're going to be having a lot of spiritual calls, a lot of soul calls, a lot of um a lot of soul activation, a lot of spiritual alignments, okay, during this time, a little more than ever, because the North Node is going to be moving into Aquarius, and the South Node is going to be moving into Leo. So this is going to look like a new soul calling for a lot of us. A lot of us were getting anchored into a new way of doing, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of alchemizing everything, and it's all attributed to our soul, it's all attributed to our spirit, it's all attributed to ourselves, and us alchemizing that energy at this time, okay? Ooh, that tea. Ooh. Okay. So yes, what is calling your spirit? What is calling your soul? And really listening to that at this time, okay? Um Also, alchemy work. Alchemy. Alchemy is going to be a big theme. I've been telling you guys that since, the beginning of this year with the fire horse year, that alchemy was going to be huge, right? So, and that goes into the whole ether energy, right? The lead to gold energy, right? Being able to alchemize any frequency or anything, that way you're able to push through and use it for your best benefit, not manipulate it for lower sensational reasons, right? Really getting in tune with this energy so you can make the most out of it, make the most out of your decisions, make the most out of your energy, and thinking smarter, not working harder. Okay. Um, Another thing that's attributed to Leo energy is creativity, right? So, how creative have you been? Your creativity may spark, right? You may feel the spark of creativity, the surge of energy. And creativity looks different for everyone. Okay. So, the act of creation, right? Like I said, sex, being involved with someone, you can create a life doing that, right? Or you could be doing a lot of alchemy work with yourself, right? For those who are celibate, for those who are abstaining, right? For those who are working on discipline, for those who are working on semen retention, you have to find different ways to alchemize that creative energy. So that looks like pouring into something and creating something. Let's say, you're drawing, you're writing, you're creating, working out, right? Finding different ways to alchemize that creative life force energy. But there will be this sense of a lot of life force energy peaking, a lot of kundalini energy rising, a lot of sexual tension, a lot of aphrodisiac energy because of that summer, because of that flame, because of that fire, right? Because of that root energy that is here. And again, if you aren't able to control that energy, then that energy then controls you. That's why alchemy, discipline, detoxing is so important, That way you have control over these urges, you have control over your trauma, you have control over yourself, and those things don't have control over you. Okay? Um and that way you're able to step into the right places at the right time because you are leading by example, right? You're a great leader, and that energy stems from you inspiring yourself. And when you're inspiring yourself, you inspire others, you motivate others by your internal desires being alchemized. Okay. So it's this beautiful, inspired desire, motivation, creation energy that is all wrapped up into one when you do the alchemy work. Okay. And you're able to get a lot of movement. You're able to get a lot of things done because you aren't doing anything um out of external validation or out of attention or out of gratification, right? This is you just truly doing things to fulfill yourself in the most best egotistical way, okay? Not from a unhealed ego perspective, from a healed ego perspective, right? Oh, I'm gonna do this just for me, right? I'm gonna do this for me, and if this helps someone else, then it does, okay? I hope that makes sense. Another thing that is attributed to Leo energy is red energy, right? So that fire, right? When I think of Leo, I think of fire. And again, I think of all colors. I think of all of the layers to the fire, right? So a fire is red, right? But a fire is also orange, but a fire is also yellow, right? So it is this lower nature, these lower chakras that you have to get in tune with to master yourself in order to get up to the heart, right? When I think about that, it's kind of, yeah, you have to master your root chakra. You have to master your sacral chakra. You have to master your solar plexus, and then you're able to go up to the heart, which resonates with Leo energy, which resonates with the sun, with the soul, right? And if you haven't done that alchemy work with your heart, then I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a ringing tone frequency in my ear. Whoa. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Whoa. Is anybody else feeling that, or is it just me? Oh my goodness. Shh. It just felt like somebody just hit a ringing bowl in my ear. You said my right ear, and that's what I'm pointing to, my right ear, my right ear. Wow, we're getting some major uploads right now, some major downloads, some major upgrades right now. I'm gonna get into it in a second. I'm trying to like gather myself because it's making me feel very high, like naturally high, like blissful. Okay. I must have been giving y'all too much. We were talking about the lower chakras going into the heart. Okay. In the heart, when you do that alchemy work, right? That's how you're able to get into these higher levels and chambers of the heart, right? Because it's four chambers to the heart. Okay. And that's the alchemy work. Okay. But if you haven't done the lower chakra work, the lower self, the shadow self, the healing the inner child, when you get to this heart gate, this heart space, the lion gate, it's going to be very hard for you to pass through. It's going to be very hard for you to be open because you still have these blocks of protection, these layers um that you have to go through. Wow, that was such a huge upgrade. Such a huge upgrade. I'm gonna see what's going on with the space weather in a second, but that was huge. That was just huge. Um, what time is it too? Oh wow, it was 2:02. Yeah, huge portal. Um, but yeah, talking about the heart space, the heart space. When you do this alchemy work on yourself, that's how you hold on, y'all. Cause that was just, I don't think y'all know. I think that was the bucket. That was the basket alignment energy right there. Cause that just felt like, whoa, whoa. That just felt amazing. That just felt amazing. All right. But yes, the heart, the alchemy of the heart. Okay. And how to alchemize. Um, and once you alchemize the ways of the heart, you're able to turn your heart into gold, right? The heart of gold. And and you've been led to gold, right? With the more alchemy work that you do. And it opens up this unlimited amount of abundance for you, because you've been doing the internal work to open yourself up to yourself. Okay. Now, I'm gonna get into a little bit of alchemy real quick. And one thing that I noticed that is attributed to Leo is gold, right? Something that's attributed to the sun is gold, the gold color and the gold element. And the gold element, it's AU. And one thing that kept popping up hmm, during this breakdown and this research was I kept seeing like this sigil. I kept seeing this sigil or this alchemy sign. And it's like the letter Z with a line through it. And then it has like these two dots. Okay. So once I finally like found what I was looking for, um, this alchemy symbol is called solve. Solve. And I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but this is for my occult people. On the Baphomet, right? When the hand that goes up and the hand that's below, on the Baphomet's hand that's going up, it has solve. It has solve on his hand or her hand or its hand. Okay. And that solve is all about dissolving and integrating and releasing, right? And the alchemy process of surrendering and disintegrating and descending. Okay. So it's levels to the alchemy, right? And that's what this is all about. It's all about like that as above, so below energy. But you got to get in tune with yourself and you got to surrender to yourself. You got to let go. You got to be vulnerable with yourself. You got to let yourself dissolve. You have to dissolve the ego, right? Because essentially that's what that alchemy, the true alchemy is dissolving the ego, right? Doing the ego work, the alchemy on the ego to heal the ego and release it from all of this capitalism, colonized programming that has been indoctrinated under. Okay. Um, and another thing that like kind of popped up when I was doing more research was the copper element, right? So with the solve alchemy element, okay, spirits like just show them, Diamond. Just show them because they're not. All right, y'all, we're going on a roller coaster ride. Drop them gems. Who's ready for a little presentation? Drop the gems in the chat, get them likes up. Because spirits like Diamond, just show them. Okay, boom. See? Because I ain't got to lie to y'all. This just be stuff I be looking up. Okay. So if you look right here, you can see that it says solve. I hope they don't flag this for whatever. But you see that, right? Okay. So that's the solve, right? And then the bottom, the other hand, what does it say? Coagula, what means combined and join, right? So once you solve and dissolve the ego, you need to do the alchemy process to combine with your lower self, your higher self, right? So that's a whole alchemy process. But hold on. So this is what I kept seeing. I kept seeing this, right? And this is that solve, right? Resolve, solve, right? Resolution, right? To resolve and solve a problem, you have to dissolve. Is that making sense? God? To resolve is to dissolve. You want to get to the solution, you have to dissolve it, right? To resolve is dissolve. Okay. And how do you do that? That's the alchemy process. That's being like lead to gold energy, right? That is the lead to gold, right? And what is lead attributed to? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what lead is attributed to? What planet is lead attributed to? Does anybody know? A little pop quiz. Without looking on Google. Okay. Lead is attributed to Saturn, you guys. So we're having a little moment, a little learning moment, right? Lead is attributed to Saturn. Saturn, right? And what have I been talking about this whole time? Discipline, right? Saturn is discipline. In order to be led to gold, you have to have the discipline of the soul. You have to have discipline. Okay. So lead is attributed to Saturn. Gold is attributed to the sun. Okay. So lead to go from Saturn to the sun. Right. You have to have discipline with your soul, discipline with your spirit, discipline with your mind, discipline with your heart, right? In order to grow, in order to go forward. Okay. So that's something that I kind of picked up on was this Saturn sun energy. Saturn sun. Who's ready for this? Who's ready for this conversation right now? Who knows anything about Saturn sun? Does anybody know anything about Saturn sun? Yeah, I be deep. I be take me through there. I be in there when it comes to this occult knowledge and research. Okay. So for those who don't know, I'm just gonna give a quick little synopsis about Saturn Sun. They what they used to say, how the story goes is that Saturn used to have a son, right? Saturn used to be our sun, right? And when it was in proximity of our sun, the sky was purple, the sun was purple. Okay. So there, and this goes into a lot of different occult things, right? The Marduk, the Nibiru, the return of Planet X, right? The Planet Nine, right? Which a lot of people are speaking on. It's now. It's happening right now. And again, that goes back into the videos and the alignments that I've been showing you guys with the sun, with their multiple objects in the sky, right? Everybody kind of knows that it's this. Some people have this view of this false sun, people seeing 3 suns, people seeing 7 suns. Okay. So, what I got from doing this was the return of Saturn's sun, the return of the real sun, the return of the ancient sun. And it's already here. That's what they're trying to block out. All the chemtrails, all the stay inside, and that's, it has a lot to do with the weather anomalies, right? The black sun, the original sun, the purple sun, Saturn sun, Nibiru, right? Tiamat rising, right? All of these things, it has to do with the sun. The sun's waking up, we're waking up, right? So there's a lot of things that goes into the sun, and this is where we have an awakening. That's why everybody's waking up on some level, on their own level, right? You ain't got to be spiritual, you ain't got to be conscious to have an awakening. Everybody's having a level of awareness and awakening up within themselves. Okay. And that's attributed to the sun. Okay. There's this lens, this fake lens over the sun that is being illuminated, right? That's the veil. A veil's being lifted on the sun. Okay. I ain't gonna go too deep. I probably have to do a breakdown on that. Uh-huh. Yes, yes, it is, redo. And you know, purple represents royalty, right? Because it's so much to do with Saturn, right? Going back to the Baphomet, right? The Saturn, Satan, right? I just said Saturn led to go, alchemy, the alchemist, enlightened, illuminated, right? In the Garden of Eden, trying to trick Eve, but she just wanted knowledge and wisdom, right? That dark energy, isn't Saturn attributed to black, purple energy? Carbon, it has the hexagon on top of Saturn. I've done so many video breakdowns. I'm gonna have to do another one. But yeah, this is the return of the ancient ones. This is the return of the ancient sun. Okay. The return of the royal rulers. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that really quick and kind of break that down so y'all could see, like, from my perspective, what is going on, as above, so below, right? If the earth is heating up, if the sun is heating up, that means that we're heating up. That means that we're being activated. If the earth's being activated, the cosmos being activated, everything's being activated. We are too. Right. But it also comes with a form of alchemy, meaning that you have to do the inner work first. Then you can be one with the sun, right? The son of God, right? You can be one with your higher self, your Christ consciousness, right? That double diamond light body, right? The Zohar body, right? The Megatron, the mega cube, right? All of these different names. It's all the same thing though. Okay. And all of this is to be understood and not to be judged. So just observe certain things that they happen. Don't be judgmental of them because there's going to be a lot of things taking place at this time. And another thing I thought was pretty funny was when I was reading the word Baphomet, I don't know why I kept getting Imhotep Baphomet, right? And they gave me the same energy. I feel like this is damn near the same person, right? Imhotep was a polymath, right? An alchemist, a scientist, right? A healer, right? And then that Baphomet energy is all about alchemy, as above so below, as above so below, using magic, right, to do certain things. And again, this is what you make of it. It can be seen from a higher standpoint or from a lower standpoint. Okay. I don't know. Is that making sense? Imhotep, Baphomet? Anybody? Or am I just was I was too deep in a rabbit hole? Was I too deep in a rabbit hole, y'all? Hotep, Fomet, Baphomet, Hotep. I don't know. Those just sounded similar to me. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? All right. Now some places that are attributed to Leo is Rome, okay, Italy, LA. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of these places in the news. We kind of already been seeing things in the news with these areas. And unfortunately, there will be a purge. That just came out like word vomit. There will be a purge. We're already seeing the purge. I spoke about this in August about the purging that was going to happen in Europe. Over 10,000 people passing away. Okay. Now, ooh, there's going to be an event that happens in LA. I'm not exactly sure when, but it will be destructive. I want to say earthquake around a 7. Okay. Spirit has put this on my heart multiple times to say, and I'm saying it now. Okay. Um, and I spoke about this in a few of my lives where I told y'all I see the whole Pacific plate. I've been talking about this ring of fire energy for a long time. The ring of fire is activated. Okay. Now, a pattern that I notice is that the with the ring of fire, there's always magnitude earthquakes that go off, and it's now working its way up the coast. Okay, so that's just information, not fear mongering. I'm here to enlighten so everybody can prepare. Okay. I'm not saying there's going to be chaos and Armageddon. I'm just saying there's going to be some type of something that happens in LA, some type of destruction that happens in LA. Okay, you guys. And the Bay Area is not exempt either. So once, and this, okay, now, Spirit told me once something happens in LA, next up is the Bay. Because there has to be a cleansing and purging of the root. And California is the root. Okay, you guys. Um, all right. So, yes, another thing that I thought was pretty interesting when I take it back to the lion, right, is the dandelion. Mhm. Yeah, and you okay, so let me pause that right there. Tiffany, um if you know truth is truth, okay? And he is very tuned in and tapped in. He calls a lot of activities before they happen. And that's one thing that I've noticed with his reports as well, with Stefan Burns' reports. Okay. He's been picking up on these plates activating, which they will. They're already activated. It's just a matter of when. Okay. Um, but again, this is not fear mongering. This is preparation. People should have stuff in case of any emergency, period. Period. It don't even matter. Earthquake, doomsday, prep, whatever. People supposed to be ready at all times. If you know, you know. Okay. People in Louisiana supposed to be ready for any type of hurricane, right? People people just supposed to be ready, period. Right? People in the Midwest supposed to be ready for a tornado watch at any, you're supposed to have your basement, your what is they call? The sheds. You supposed to be ready just in case it go down. It can go down at any time, anytime, right? So just stay ready. Okay. All right. Now, getting back into my lion Leo energy reading. Okay. When I was writing these down, Spirit would have me focus on the lion. What came to me the other day was when we tap into our inner child, right? One thing that I loved to do as a child was play with dandelions, right? And the dandelions, when they have all of the seeds and blow all of the seeds everywhere, right? That's a quick way to tap into your inner child, right? Is playing some flowers, get back out in nature, ground yourself. Okay. Pour into yourself. And then another thing with the lion energy is I forgot to look this up. But okay, we all know when it goes into lion energy, right? Lions, they have a pride, right? A pride, I believe. But it's only one male in the pride, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then the rest of the lions in the pride are women, right? And I believe, don't the women hunt for the food? Like, y'all, how, like, am I tripping? Or don't the females, what the females do in the lion pride? They have the children, they gather the food, they gather the resources. Don't they hunt, right? And it's a gang of them, right? True. Okay. Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah, the females do all of the hunting and nurturing. Okay. So I thought that was pretty interesting, right? They say the king of the jungle, the lion, but for the lion, yes, but thank you, Chief Ra. The males, they protect the pride, they protect the women, right? That's why he's the king, because he's protecting the queen, right? Okay. And another thing that I thought was pretty interesting was when I go into the strength card in tarot, right? The strength card in tarot, it has a woman opening up the lion's mouth, right? Why they didn't have a male? Why they didn't have a male open up the lion's mouth on the strength card, right? Because again, strength isn't about the physical, right? Strength, that inner strength comes from your character. The inner strength comes from your morals. The inner strength comes from compassion. And a lot of those things exude easily from a divine feminine, if she's operating in her divine feminine nature, she can easily coerce, seduce, relax any wild beast. She can easily tame any wild beast, right? Ooh, spirit got me on one right now. Because the lion, right? The divine feminine, right? Feline, feminine, feminine, right? Divine, right? But isn't a cat a big lion, just right? What they call it, pussy cat, right? But that's also another name for the the women's yoni, right? The black box, right? So it's a lot of this sacred power, inner strength that comes from the divine feminine. Okay. And it's a lot of things that are hidden within her nature, right? Her inner strength, her inner power, right? So getting back in tune with that will be illuminated during this time as well. Because yeah, the masculine, yeah, lion, king of the jungle, pride, right? But that goes back into ego, right? The pride goes back into the ego, right? You think it's the male, right? Yes, he has his role. We all have our roles. He protects the pride, but the pride is mainly women. Just a funny observation I had the other day, right? And I feel like that kind of goes back into matriarch, patriarch, right? The illusion of things, right? So just a little eye opener and perspective, you guys. One thing that I wrote was the strength of a woman can tame the heart of the lion. The strength of a woman can tame the heart of a lion. Okay, that was a gem. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Um, and the fire controls the heat of the sun. The fire controls the heat of the sun, right? So if you don't know how to control your fire, your desire, your passion, your emotion, that flame, your sexual energy, your root, you will lose control of your ego, you lose control of your soul, you lose control of yourself. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a little hard for me to process the energy after that big ass ringing ear thing. I'm gonna have to. Whoo! I'm pushing through. We're making it through. I'm okay. I'm doing well. Okay. Um, and also the cowardly lion didn't have no spine, no backbone, no courage, right? Because if we get into the sigil of Leo, the sigil of Leo is the spine or the tail, right? But the tail is connected to the spine. Did y'all catch the gem? Okay. They ain't got no backbone, right? They ain't got no courage. They ain't got no inner strength, no morality, right? And morals, immorality is attributed to immortality, right? Immortality. It got morals right in there. Did y'all come on now? Because now she's back. Who told y'all that? Who broke this down? Have y'all heard anybody break this down? Immortality has morals in it, morality. You can't be immortal if you ain't got no morals. Huh? And I didn't say they had to be good morals. Because we know some people, they done sold they soul, but they going by some type of structure, discipline. It has to be this way, right? If I'm a Luciferian, I'm gonna be dedicated to that. That's my morals, that's my belief, that's my structure, right? But to be a true God, be a true illuminated source light being, right? And you want to be one with the most high, one with the divine light. You have to have good morals, you have to have good standards. You have to have some integrity about yourself. You have to have some type of heart, some type of backbone. Yeah. Okay. Some type of character, good characteristics. Okay. All right. Okay. I said, and this is all about internal power. Internal power, compassion. This is not physical. This is not about the physical. That strength, that power, that immortality, your morals. This comes from deep within you. So the more alchemy work, the more you love yourself, the more you heal yourself, the more you invest in yourself, the more your immortality, the more your life force, the more you grow, the more you expand, the brighter your light gets. Okay. Another thing that kept popping up when I was tuned into the Leo, the lion, right? Again, like I said, Leo, lion, liars, right? Oh, he lying, right? That's one part of it. Okay. Another thing that came up was the Sphinx. So there's going to be something to do with the Sphinx that pop up at this time. This could be the Sphinx in Egypt, Africa, or the Sphinx in America. Right? Yeah, I said it. It's some type of Sphinx here. Whether it's in the Grand Canyon, whether it's in Memphis, Tennessee, Mississippi, it's some type of something that's going to be uncovered and activated at this time. Okay. And I say that because Memphis, Egypt is where the Sphinx is. Huh? Did y'all hear what I said? Did y'all hear what I said? Memphis, Egypt is where the Sphinx is. Isn't there a Memphis, Tennessee here? Isn't that right along the Nile? I mean, excuse me, the Mississippi. The Mississippi River is also attributed to the Nile River. And one thing that I love to do, if you break up Africa and the United States and you put them together, right? Like a puzzle piece, like Pangea, right? That Nile River is connected right to the Mississippi River. And they fit in like a beautiful puzzle piece. Dropping the gems today with you guys. Okay. So yeah, there's going to be some type of something that pops up with that Sphinx in Leo season. Also something to do with the Pope Leo in Leo season. There's going to be a lot of things being uncovered, revealed, exposed, illuminated in Leo season. Now this is going to happen this month and next month because sidereally we are technically still in Cancer season. So for the next 2 months, it's going to be a lot of things being illuminated. Okay. Then I picked up on Ptah energy. Spirit had me deep in the Egyptian bag on this one. Okay. And Spirit said the corn maze, the corn man, Osiris, the green man, which represents resurrection and agriculture, regeneration, restoration. Okay. And also the green thumb. The green thumb is here. Okay. Okay. Now, those were just things that were attributed to Leo that I found very interesting when it comes to this Leo energy. Okay. That I am, right? That ego energy, right? But also loving energy, also compassionate energy, right? Um, so yeah, I want to get into some scrying notes that I had took during this Leo season energy reading. Be sure to get those likes up and drop some gems in the chat. Um, and this normally I get like scrying notes where I just scry them down. This to me felt more like a direct message from source. The way how this message came in, it felt like a great old spirit of authority. Right? I can't say spirit guide. I can't say entity. Like it felt like source came in and spoke directly to me and through me when I wrote this down. Okay. So I said, it is here that you seek refuge for your works. Continue to shine, and you will be illuminated in the dark. By the spark of creation, a seed was born. Burn, turn, watch as things turn around. This is the 180 of ascension. Your great works are appreciated by those near and far. Your light is getting brighter. Mind, body, spirit, soul development is now embodied for that next level of self growth, awareness to shine. Okay, so that's kind of like the message that I got. It wasn't even like scrying notes. Spirit just had a direct message. Source just had a direct message. Like, okay. So now I'm going to get into the astrological points and alignments. I'm going to plug in my laptop because my battery is getting low. Again, thank you, Soul Tribe, so much for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, I appreciate y'all so much. About to get into the astrological alignments. Well, before I even get into the astrological alignments, I got to look at the space weather. And we got to break some things down. And then we're going to deep dive into the astrological alignments. Okay, because I haven't even looked at the chart. So that's going to be fun. Okay, is it okay if we have fun? Can we start having fun now? I had to get the work out the way so we can have fun, okay? Okay. Okay, so let's look at the space weather. It's some very interesting things that are going on in space right now with the sun. As I'm talking about the sun, it's happening right now. So let's deep dive. Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, so for the most part, everything looks to be pretty normal, which is good. But there does seem to be a little bit of activity picking up. Looks like things are starting to pick up just a little bit. Okay. So I'll give it in the next, I want to say 3 days. When we actually go into Leo season, we might have a solar flare, or there's going to be, okay, thank you, Spirit. In 3 days, we're going to feel some electromagnetic energy from the sun pour in. That is going to purge and cleanse a lot of us, but also activate a lot of us. Okay. And I say that because look at the pattern. It's very calm, right? Then it starts to pick up, right? This the 17th, this the 18th. It's picking up, it's picking up, it's picking up, right? This the 19th going into 20th, a little spike here, right? So and then if you look at it gradually, it's picking up, it's going up, okay? All right, look at the levels. They slowly but surely. Now, this was something I wanted to show y'all. Look at this big ass L. L for Leo season, okay? Look at this big L. L for Leo, L for love, L for what else L stand for, tribe? Drop some more L words in the chat. Liberate, yes. Life, yes. Why this thing taking its sweet time loading? Levitate. Ooh, that was a good one. What else? Yep, liberty, listening. Mm-hmm. Okay. Laugh, loyalty. Yes. I love it. Those are awesome, good L words. All good. LOL, right? Laughing out loud, right? This looks like a huge learning. Yes. This looks like a huge L. Am I now? I know I ain't tripping, tribe. Do this not look like a L in the middle of the sun for Leo? Leo season? Layers. Ooh, layers, levels. Ooh, okay. El Nino. Ooh, that was a good one. Sunshine. The El Nino. I love it. The L. Yeah, we're all the bays, the L's, the gods, right? Yeah, I love that. Limitless. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Lucifer. Who's talking about Lucifer, huh? Illuminated, right? Nah, let me stop. Illuminated don't count. Laminated do. Laminated counts. Okay, I love it. But do you see what I see? Now it just looks like the letter L. Again, I'm getting a lot of downloads with this. For me, this also looks like the left side, right? The left side. What is the left side? Lavish. I love that. Lazy. Yep, don't be lazy. Okay. This gives me the left side. What is the left side? Left side is more of the feminine side, right? The left side also is attributed for me when I'm thinking of the Western hemisphere. It represents that California energy, that Mexico energy, that Baja, that LA, right? Los Angeles, right? Las Vegas, right? Um, it so the and then when I let me pause it at the right time. Let me pause it at the right time and move that out the way because I really want y'all to see this. Do anybody else see something? Lilith. Ooh, come on. Come on, tribe. Y'all. Ooh, I love y'all. Lilith, that was a good one. Light. Am I tripping? It do look like a lion. Uh, you probably more tapped into me. I do kind of see, okay, I see something here. Was that the lion head, the lion eye? Look like a horse. Y'all want to know what I see? Lava. I love that. Upside down seven. Ooh, I love that because that's what I like to do. I like to look at it from all perspective, right? It's a right angle, right? L7, right? Doesn't this look like now? I'm about to come on. What have I been talking about, right? The lion, the Leo, the love, right? The divine feminine. Doesn't this looks like a divine feminine body? Ooh, did y'all see that though? Y'all didn't catch that one. Clock it to diamond. This looks like a divine feminine. Here's her head. Here's her shoulders. Here's her arm. Here's her bust. Here's her waist. Here's her hips, her butt, her leg, her thighs, her feet. She could be a mermaid. She could be a mermaid. Okay. A snake lady. Yeah, we said Lilith, right? That Medusa energy. This, and then I love that somebody said a lion, because now this looks like Pegasus or something right here. Let me click for full screen. This looks like Pegasus or something. This is like a horse. This is like a woman getting on a fire horse to ride, right? So look, here's the eyes, here's a little snout, or a bird, or the phoenix. It could be the phoenix. Here's the little leg, right here's the body, right here's the wing. Okay. So it's yeah, this could be Medusa. Here go her hair, right? Is giving divine feminine, right? One with the sun, one with the sun, coming in, taking her rightful place. Okay, she's being carried in, being raised up, right? Also, like I said, in the next 3 days, once this hits, yeah, dragon energy for sure, Kundalini energy for sure. Once this hits in about 3 days, we gonna feel this energy, and it's gonna come in very subtle, very subtle. Okay, so I just wanted to show y'all this is a very rare formation. Again, we're gonna see weather anomalies, we're gonna see power structures change, we're gonna see a whole lot of things ramp up and amp up with the weather, with geology, and with people, with ourselves. So remember, emotional intelligence, okay, at its finest. Alchemy, master yourself, practice on working with that nervous system, okay, and not letting things trigger you. Most definitely looks like a serpent. Limbo, I love that. Limbo, some people in limbo state right now. Okay, a little lamp, okay, genie in the little lamp, okay, all right, yeah, a little genie, yeah, it could be a little genie come and grant your wishes, okay. And the cave of wonders, you got to go inside the cave of wonders. In the lion, who said that? Because wasn't that a lion in the cave of wonders in the middle of the desert? Okay, who dares disturb my slumber? Okay. Yeah. So most definitely is giving some mystical, magical, enchanted energy that is going to be pouring in over this next week. Most definitely for a level up. Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Let's look at what this is, because I see some swirls. I see a little infinity loop. What's going on over here? That must be Mercury, or that's a planet for sure. Ooh, whoa. We got some solar flares going off right now. Right now. We got some solar flares, tribe. Okay. So a solar flare just went off. Not really big, but we got some action. And I love it because I think we see some swirls in here. I'm going to try to pause it. Yeah. Ooh, swirl. Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Eyes, nose, mouth, swirl. This person got, oh, that is Medusa. Okay, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Like I said, to be souls coming out the sun, souls, and the souls coming here to reactivate us and help us remember who we are. Okay. I love that. So, yeah, here's the space weather. Here's the solar activity. Nothing too crazy. We're just playing with it. We're just looking at things as they pop up. I don't think that was earth facing as far as that solar flare that just went off. It looked very mild. Um, yeah, it probably still hasn't even came in. Let's check the absorption, right? Very low, very mild, nothing too crazy right now. Yeah, it's very chill, very calm, very relaxed. Okay, picking up a little bit. Yeah, y'all seen that go off? Just a little bit. Nothing too many. Okay. Okay, a little blue. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Yeah, very calm. Very calm. So, like I said, little activations right now. That probably was that, yeah. That frequency I heard in my ear was probably that solar flare that just went off. Okay, very low tonal, nothing too crazy. Let's look at the Schumann resonance. Okay, we got action. Okay, we got some action on the Schumann resonance. Okay. So for the past couple of days, I believe the 17th, it was a huge flare. And then yesterday, this is kind of the energy that we're feeling. Okay. These codes coming in, these light codes coming in, ancestors coming in, lots of information pouring in. And today is more so of integrating the codes. And if you really look closely, these look like little barcodes. That's what it looked like to me. And barcode is more so of the scanning, right? Getting that scanning, right? Getting scanned for clearance to check out, right? And that's what I feel like a lot of things are happening, right? Some people checking out. They either checking in or checking out, right? You either getting right or get left, right? So this is where we really see a lot of this energy being this is going to pick up over the next couple of days as well. So I say around that 25th, we're going to see some activity on a Schumann resonance. And I'll say, yeah, 3 days, we're going to see some more like solar weather activity affecting the earth. Okay. So, yes, let's get into the astrology. I still haven't looked at the chart. Now, major dates for Leo season. Again, you guys don't forget to get those likes up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We're about to go over the astrological chart right now. Major dates to look out for. The first major date is when the moon conjuncts Lilith. Okay. This will be 726. So this will be the 26th. The moon is going to conjunct Lilith, and there's going to be a fire trine. So just like we were talking about joking around with Medusa energy, joking around, but it's really not no joke, because Lilith energy is all about getting in tune with that suppressed feminine energy within you, right? So if you're a masculine and you've been silenced when it comes to speaking your truth, you've been silenced when it comes to nurturing yourself, right? This will be your time to not be shameful for loving on yourself and nurturing yourself, right? Because we're going to have the Lilith dark moon meet up with the bright moon, with the moon, right? So we have the dark moon and the moon meeting up in Sagittarius in fire energy, in a fire sign. So there's gonna be, again, like I said, in the next couple of days, watch your emotions, right? Masculine and feminine, everybody be very mindful, working on that alchemy energy with yourself, okay? Because right after that, we have the full moon, right? So as soon as this happened, exactly 3 days later, we're going to have the full moon in Aquarius. Okay. And that's going to be another major alignment, because we're going to have the moon in Pluto and the sun in Jupiter, all opposition of one another. And not only that, the moon and Jupiter are going to be conjunct. So if you're able to do the alchemy work, you're going to be receiving a lot of gifts during that whole week. Okay. So like from soon as we enter in the Leo season, it's like we coming in hot. Leo season starts on the 22nd. 22nd. Okay, you guys. Like we're going to be hitting the ground running. This is that real fire horse energy. Y'all seen the lady on the horse, on Pegasus, right? So this is where you really know your essence of yourself. Okay. And those days to look out for. 26th through the 29th of July. The end of the month it's lit. It ain't over. Spirit said, I ain't done with you yet. Okay. And then, like I said, the full moon is going to be at the 6th degree. Jupiter and the sun are going to be conjunct at the 6th degree. Okay. So it's a lot of 6 energy. Be mindful. Yeah. Because that Lilith energy is about that sexual Kundalini, Medusa, seducing, right? And not letting people manipulate you as well, right? Clearing them parasites out, detoxing. Okay. All right. Then we got the North Node reset happening on the 8th, on August 2nd. So August 2nd, the North Node is going to hit 0. I mean, the South Node and the North Node are going to hit 0. So the North Node is going to go into Aquarius. Okay. But this is going to be the reset. So it's going to be some type of spiritual reset that happens on the 2nd, 8, 2. Okay, you guys, I'm giving y'all dates. Look out for these dates. This is probably the most intense month, intense season. I told y'all summer, it was going to be like no other, right? Cancer season, lit, lit, lit. Leo season, lit, lit, lit. Virgo season, lit, lit, lit. Why? Because of the alignments. The alignments. The planetary bodies, the planetary alignments, things that are going on in space, things that are going on with the sun, things that are going on with the earth. Okay. And these are major transitions that are happening right now. We just had Jupiter come into Leo, right? Just a month ago. Now we have the sun conjuncting Jupiter, which is going to be extremely lit. Mercury is going to be out of retrograde. Then we have the North Node, after being in Virgo for 18 months, is going to finally, the South Node. I'm sorry, this is the South Node, y'all. The North Node right here. The North Node is going to be going into Aquarius. The South Node is going to be going into Leo. So this is going to be huge, 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 huge. We're going to have Jupiter, South Node, and the Sun all in Leo. But not only that, is going to be opposition of the North Node and Pluto. If you ain't did your shadow work, baby, you're going to be in for one hell of a ride, because not only that, we also got Chiron and Taurus. This is damn near the fixed cross. We're going to be dealing with the fixed cross energy heavy for at least a year. And every time we hit the moon in Scorpio, like that full moon in Scorpio energy, baby, that's all I got to say. If you ain't did your shadow work going to be doing you. Okay. Your shadow going to do you if you ain't did your shadow. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And it got a lot to do with the heart. Okay. Then we have the new moon in Leo on the 12th of August. And that's going to be a power portal. Okay. Because we're still going to be in the midst of that 8-8 energy. Right. So during this 8-8 energy is going to be a North Node reset. And we're going to be get hit with a new moon in Leo. Okay. So major dates to look out for is July 26th through the 29th, because we have that moon meeting up with Leo. Then we have the full moon in Aquarius. Okay. North Node resets August 2nd. Then we got the 8-8 portal. Okay. Then we also have the new moon in Leo, 8-12. So those were some major dates that I seen, okay, for this Leo season. Now we're about to get into the chart analysis, and this chart looked crazy to me already. It looked like the basket is in full effect. Pandora's box is open, baby. Pandora's box is already open, so it's whatever you want. However do you want it? However do you need it? Especially if you've been doing your work. If you've been getting the work done, the work can't do you. You're going to be ready for a lot of abundance to be coming out, right? What we say, rub that genie lamp. What we talking about? The lamp and the genie in the Cave of Wonders, the lamp for the L. Okay. So just by me looking at this right here, this lets me know a lot of things are coming in and a lot of things are going out. It's a lot of spiritual energy coming in. way more good, valuable, spiritual, positive, abundant, divine feminine energy coming in than it is with the chaos energy. It's chaos going on in the background, but if you focused on getting your stuff together, you ain't got to worry too much about that chaos, because that chaos is bringing order. That chaos is here for you to alchemize and for you to use it. And if you a chaos magician, that it ain't nothing. You laugh in the face of danger. Okay. So let's get into it. We have the sun in Leo about to conjunct Jupiter. So for me, this is a huge expansion with your heart, huge expansion with your soul. You focusing on your heart's desires, you focusing on your inner child, you loving on yourself so you can reach that soul's growth and get past whatever it is you need to get past, so you can be present in the present, so you can reap the benefits of these presents in the present, right? Being thankful, being grateful. There's a lot of abundance that is pouring in if you've done the alchemy work on your own heart, on your own self, right? And done the alchemy work on your own ego, right? Not in competition, not in comparison, being compassionate, having patience, so showing grace, showing love to yourself, to others, right? Because this is about a collective change, a collective transformation, right? The collective is going through ego deaths, and this is ego death, right? Huge ego death, huge ego rebirth, huge ego release and surrendering. Okay. So really getting in tune with this new foundation that you built for yourself when it comes to your heart, your desires, what you seek, right? Mastering your own shadow. And if you continue to do these things, there's going to be great collective transformations that you're able to witness while you're on this timeline. Okay. And I say that because, again, the North Node, I'm going to do a whole breakdown on the North Node going into Aquarius. Okay. I'm going to do a whole little breakdown on the sun conjuncting Jupiter. I'm going to do separate breakdowns, but, and the full moon. Okay. But for the most part, like I said, this is how we're going into Leo season. We're going into Leo season with a fire trine, fire trine, fire trine, fire trine, meaning that it's some type of planet or energy or body in each fire sign. This is the initiation of that fire horse energy. Okay. So yeah, something should be lit within you by now. If you ain't ready now, if you think you're lonely now, we'll wait until tonight, girl. Right. If you ain't done the work by now, if you ain't done the healing by now, if you haven't taken accountability for your actions for yourself by now, got to sip my tea on that one. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of, like I said, passion, fire, desire, sexual energy, ancestors coming in. Okay. And I say that because of this trine energy. We got Saturn here, trining Lilith. That is that discipline, that is that sexual energy, that is things taking off. That's crazy. We said that Lilith was riding on that horse, and this is literally Lilith in Sagittarius. Hold on, let me go back. This is Lilith riding on the horse. This is literally Lilith on the Sagittarius. Come on now. Come on now. So things are about to pick up. Things are about to kick off. Things are about to take off, especially for people who have not done the healing work and the shadow work. They're going to be getting a rude awakening. For those who have, you're going to be able to alchemize this energy and tap into this energy on a new, higher, more advanced level. Okay. This is a portal, a huge portal for your intuition, your power to grow, to activate at this time. Okay. Something else that I'm realizing, a lot of the, like, this is coupled up pair, coupled up pair, coupled up pair, coupled up pair. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a double up. 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Ain't he a Leo? Yeah. RIP the great Nip. Yeah, it's a double up energy. So there's gonna be a lot of abundance that pours in for the collective. Okay. Especially you've been getting in tune with your gifts, putting in the work for the bloodline. There's a lot of ancestral inheritance, a lot of ancestral recognition, a lot of spiritual authority that's going to be granted to you as things start to pour in. Okay. And it, like, a lot of unexpected initiations, unexpected fires, unexpected flings. Be mindful of those flings, y'all. Unexpected epiphanies, unexpected fights, unexpected work, a lot of unexpected everything. Okay. And I say that because this is also shadowing this, right? So Lilith in Sagittarius is in opposition of Mars in Uranus, right? So if you haven't done the work to heal your mind, the work to heal your bloodline, right? If you haven't been doing the things, taking care of your own inner technology, that shadow is going to be coming out in different ways. Okay, pulling you one way, pulling you this way, right? Feeling like you in a teeter totter, right? But if you have done the work, it's going to open you up, like I said, to Pandora's box, and it's going to be good things, right? It's that genie coming out that lamp. It's the mermaid coming and singing and granting you wishes, not eating you up. Because they love to talk about how the Syrians, they eat the men. But what about Ariel? Ariel wasn't trying to eat no man. She changed her whole life for, she trying to change her life for a man, right? She had kids. This man. She was granting wishes. She saved his life. Come on, every story ain't bad. Okay? But it's all about your karma. It's all about what you're doing. It's all about your actions, that dharma, right? That's Saturn. Saturn is karma, all about that action. Yeah, that's going to be major because this is anchoring the basket. What's the tension holding the basket? Well, it's the discipline, it's the sacrifice, it's the spiritual sacrifices you had to make with yourself that's holding this basket open for you. And if you're able to have emotional intelligence, y'all seen that? How that thing got big? I ain't never even seen that. I hope that's, come on now. Come on. Y'all seen that get big? Yeah. Big things. Who seen that mouse get big when I did that? How did I do that? I don't even know. Wow. Whoa. Come on. It's some things popping off. If you can see it, you can see it. If you're here, this message is for you. Okay? But yes, this is great abundance. Great abundance. This is you getting back in tune with yourself, you getting back in tune with your family, your ancestor, your ancestor tree, your bloodline, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, right? You deep diving within yourself, communicating with yourself, how you work with yourself, how you process your emotions. Okay? This is a karmic reset for you, especially when it comes to values. Okay? We got this energy for about 2 more months. And then it's going to dip back into Aries. And then there's going to be some old thoughts, some old things that pop up. But you got to make sure that you have done the internal work. If you've done the internal work, you're going to be able to receive the spiritual gifts, right? Why? Because you're operating out of love. You've been nurturing yourself. You've been nurturing your finances. You've been paying attention to the highs, the lows, the dips, right? Paying attention to your mental health, your physical health, your sexual health, your financial health, right? Analyzing things within yourself to get grounded, to get rooted, right? Analyzing things within the house, within your home, within your heart, within your crown. This is a full body alignment, right? Deep dive into those past things, doing that shadow work, things that's been holding you back. You getting ready to let go, so that way when this South Node goes into Leo, you're not holding on to old things of the heart. You ain't got no grief. You're not holding no grudges. You're able to fully receive love as it is, the love of self as it is, without any stagnant energy holding you down, weighing you down. You're able to fully receive love of the divine, receive love of a partner. I still stand on what I said. Yeah, it's a season of love, but you got to do the self work first. Then that partner, right? Whether it be business, whether it be romantic, whether it be soul tribe, right? Whether it be a child. Yes, some people want children. Some people going to be having quadtuplets and quintuplets, and be open for that. New family members, great expansion, family reunions, all of those things, right? But if you're not open to receive, you have to be open to receive these things. Okay. And it looks like healing a lot of that past things, those shadow things. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think we got a solar eclipse as well. Yes. Solar eclipse August 12th. So that's that new moon that I was talking about. That new moon in Leo is the solar eclipse. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be huge, huge. I'll do a breakdown on that as well. But again, this is about soul growth, solar eclipse, soul, soul growth, right? Soul tribe, soul partner, soul mate. You have to get in tune with yourself. Okay. Then those things open up, then those doors open up for you. Okay. So yeah, I feel like I went over a lot of notes. Um, it looks like a divine pairing, divine coupling, divine opportunities, especially if we've been doing the work collectively. There's going to be a lot of abundance that pours in for the collective. A lot of things are getting ironed out, a lot of boats, a lot of ships, a lot of relationships, right? Ships in the sky, ships in the water, ships with people, relationships with people taking off, because this is like a little sailboat. Moana is giving Moana on the reef, right? The heart of Tafiti. This is giving the heart of Tafiti. Okay. But you got to make sure you set your sail the right way. Ooh, this also looks like a beam of light coming in from source, from the middle of the galaxy. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth. Okay. Who know where that's from? Fifth. Yeah. It's a whole spotlight coming in here. That's the whole main thing. Fifth. We might hear something about Dave Chappelle. Okay. This is wow. I'm happy I caught this. What else is here? Yeah, making sure you got your crown together, right? That big L. Look, boom, big ass L. Love, right? Abundance pouring in, right? A lot of sextile energy, a lot of trine energy. Yes. So it's going to be a lot of energy pouring in. Everything in what you can think of is going to all be pouring in at this time for the collective to receive. It's a huge portal that we're going through. Okay. And the sun is illuminating everything. It's illuminating everything. Look at this. It's all anchored right here. Right. So it's going to be big exposure, big unexpected news, big heart activations, people having heart attacks. Okay. Cardiac arrest, heart issues, heart diseases. Okay. Heart palpitations. You name it. You name it. Is going to be happening. Okay. But this is all coming in from source. Source. It's like source is sending in this energy, and it has to pass through all of these layers. Like I said, didn't I say the gem, the diamond? Yeah, this looks like a little gem, right? The different facets of the crystal, right? And this light has to pass through all of these light beams, all of these light rays. And if it's able to pass through, get filtered through properly, the water getting filtered through, the information getting filtered through, then you're going to be able to receive. And then you're going to be able to transmute and send that energy right back out to people and receive your abundance. Y'all know I ain't got no sense. Okay. I make sense and don't make sense. I make sense and don't got sense at the same damn time. Okay. Yeah, it's so much energy here. So much energy here, and it's all for you to take advantage of at this time. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I see with the chart. I'm a little, like I said, that beam of light energy, that frequency that came in got me a little disoriented, but I think I pretty much broke it down still pretty good. And this is still the basket alignment. So again, if you guys haven't checked out that reading, I suggest that you do, because I did a pretty good thorough breakdown on the basket alignment. So yeah, that is the astrology chart. We can expect to see, like I said, more fires, more weather anomalies, things being activated within the heart, people acting up because they don't know how to control the energy. They don't know how to alchemize the energy. A lot of things with children, your inner child being exposed, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of Mandela effects. And these things happening in great, like big, like real big, like everything real big, like Big Sean. Okay. And he just went diamond with E40. Yeah, from the Bay to the D. Yeah, it's giving expansion in a big way and unexpected, something that you don't expect. Why? Because you did the work. Okay. And it's due to this time and age that we're in now that it's able to happen due to technology. Technology is going to amplify that. Okay. And then again, on the flip side, technology is going to be taking out a lot of people because they have not done the work. Okay. So this looks like I said, detoxing, doing the shadow work, doing the healing work. Okay. Those things may not show up now, may not matter to you now, but when you're in a hospital crying, right? When you're in a psych ward, I gotta keep it real. People gotta do their shadow work, or their shadow work will do them, period. Okay. With the bird outside my window chirping. I hear you, Tweety. Okay. So yes, I want to get into some channel messages. I didn't write them down. Spirit said, we want you to do everything live. Do everything live. Okay. I might put some cards. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like I said, I have not ate yet. Spirit, take me. Okay. Spirit just. So again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If it's anything you may be looking for as far as teas, elixirs, products, services, please be sure to check out my website, nudiamonds.net, which is in the description box below. Spirit is showing me, it looks like the sea. A sea or the platform. It looks like when you are watching the sunset. Ooh, just got chills. When you're watching the sunset and the sun is glistening on the water, and it's very calm, it's very peaceful, it's very, yeah, oxytocin loving, just the earth standing still, like romance, divine love pouring into the collective. There's a lot of divine love pouring into the collective right now to help fill us up internally, eternally. Spirit said partners will come later when you guys are ready. Right now, this is about you, focusing on you, releasing those things that need to be released. letting go of those old things that need to be let go so you can be fulfilled on your own, so you can be fulfilled, so you can fulfill yourself. A lot of things being illuminated to fulfill yourself, to relieve yourself, to surrender. Don't be afraid to surrender to yourself. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, honest, and truthful with yourself. You want to love yourself when you look in the mirror. You want to love your reflection. That's what a lot of us are getting back in tune with, loving ourselves truly, authentically. Thank you guys. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Okay. What is this? Spirit is showing me like someone like, I don't know if they playing something. It's like something in their hand. Excuse me. Okay, spirit is with a lot of us. Our ancestors are with a lot of us. I keep seeing like us and then like spirits around us. Source is the main one with us. And then there's like little spirits like ancestors, guides. We've been feeling them, we've been seeing them. Yeah, that's gonna be stronger. That energy is gonna be stronger. Ooh, I got chills. As we work on things and work through things. What is that? It looks like something like licking something. Not Kalima. It's just something like licking something, like a dog, like a term of endearment, like um a taste. Mm. Spirit is saying we're gonna get a taste of the new earth, a taste of 5D, a taste of bliss, a taste of sweetness, of heaven. That desire is dessert, is sweet food for the soul. Okay. Yeah, like passion, very sensual, very sexual energy. Um, to be expressed and exposed with those you trust, or to be harnessed and alchemized to tap into your greater power at this time. I'm sorry, y'all. Spirit, I don't. Okay, Spirit said, just say it. Okay. Um, what? This is so beautiful. See, and Spirit be like, that's why we just be wanting you to say stuff because you always thinking nasty. I'm always thinking nasty, y'all. I'm sorry. My mind. Um, But what I seen spirit laying down another spirit. Like it's two spirits here. It's two energies here. It's two frequencies here. And one spirit was sitting on the bed. Okay. And then another spirit came up to the other spirit and placed its hand on the other spirit chest, just for sake of energy, so y'all guys can kind of get what I'm saying. It's a woman sitting on the bed and it's a masculine energy coming up to the divine feminine, and it laid her down. It laid her down on the bed. Now as soon as I seen that, I just started laughing, and spirit was like, Diamond, please stop. Get it together and focus, right? So and then when I was like, okay, let me calm down because I'm getting excited. um Spirit showed just these two spirits, just, and this has been like the common theme with these two spirits, because I see these two spirits all the time. This could be a reflection of yourself, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, getting more in tune with one another. right? Relaxing and being comfortable and dancing and playing and just being intimate, like with yourself, like without the distraction of like sex or lower vibrational energies being interfered. Like this is just pure union, like pure divine union. Okay. Gratitude, soul tribe. What else is here, spirit? It was something else. Spirit wants us to relax as well. These two spirits is just they here. They didn't lay down. They talking. They rolled around. They got up there dancing with one another. Now one is sitting down and the other one's giving the other one a massage. Like, yeah, this is like intimate. Yeah, intimacy, and being intimate doesn't have to involve sexual acts, right? You can be in an intimate setting with someone and have a deep intimate conversation, right? Just getting to know someone, getting to know their past, speaking about inner child things, speaking about how you've healed on your journey. This is an intimate setting. Business ideas, business propaganda, business meeting. Yeah, you having like a one-on-one meeting with someone is like an intimate setting. Thank you, spirit. Taking care of yourself, loving on yourself, pouring into yourself so your divine masculine and feminine, your left, your right brain can hemisync properly and get in tune with source. Yeah, now this is like the divine coming in, source coming in and like saying relax, like just relax. At some point in time, spirit wants us to relax whenever we get a chance. A lot of us have been working really hard. A lot of us get hit with a lot of distractions. We worry a lot. Okay. We overthink. We on go. Um, at some point, spirit wants us to relax and pour into ourselves and love on ourselves just as much we would pour that love into someone else. Okay. Or not. Okay, because some of us is far along on our self-love journey and we know how to pour love into ourselves. So spirit, yeah, spirit's like, yeah, go get like a massage. Go by the beach, watch the sunset. Like do intimate things with yourself. To pour love into yourself. Yeah, because now what I'm seeing is someone sitting down by themselves and they don't look sad at all. They just enjoying their own presence, enjoying your own company without the distractions of the phones, without the distraction of another person. Like, yeah, love on yourself. Thank you, spirit. And I just seen like source in our hands go like this. Because that brings us in divine union with our spirit, with ourselves. So this is gonna be a season where we get more in tune with ourselves and we love on ourselves and we pour into ourselves like our inner child, self-care, self-love, self-worth, self-discipline, resting, um, playing, things like that. Okay. And it will open the door to unlimited possibilities. So for people who are open to relationships, that will happen for you. Okay. Relationships of all kinds with all beings, with all walks of life, right? Animals, children, elderly, gifts, partnerships, entities, ancestors, um, love relationships, like relationships of all kinds. Soul tribe. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit said it's all. I guess I was too into the channel and they didn't like that I was talking about self love. It's like whenever I talk about self love, they cut the live off. It's so weird. Can y'all please drop some gems in the chat if you guys can see me? They cut the live off, but I'm back. It's 333 right now. Yeah, buffering on your end because they cut the live. Drop some gems if you can see me, if you can hear me. They don't like when I talk about self love. They don't like us loving ourselves. They want us to hate ourselves. They want us to fight one another. As soon as I start going in on self-love and talking about source and getting into cut the live. She's talking about elevating their consciousness. It's 3:33 on the Pacific Standard Time. Cut her off. Okay. You said I could see you, I could hear you. Okay. Good. 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 I don't know why. Never mind. I do know why. I know why. But it's all good. I'm not worried about it. Because we still here. We still here. We're still elevating. Why? Because they don't like us talking about love. They want me on here talking about twerking, how black men ain't shit. They want me on here talking, degrading other women. They want me on here arguing. They want me on here talking about Streamers University. They want me on here talking about how big my boobs are, how fat my ass is, how I want to go get some new wigs. They want me on here doing makeup tutorials. They want me lost and caught up in the matrix, and I'm not, baby. I'm elevated. I'm the one that got away. I'm the one that slipped through the cracks, and they don't like it. Yes, we are the Neo in the Matrix. We are the one in the Matrix. Okay. But I can't do that. That's not in me. I support love. Yes, love one another. Give gratitude for source and self. And the melanated man is God. The melanated woman is God. Yes, we can control whatever we want in this realm of reality with the alchemy, power of our hearts, and healing ourselves and doing your shadow work and loving on your inner child and be as natural as possible and tell the truth. Speak life into yourself with 144 likes. But it's okay though. I love it. Like I said, that's always fuel for me. Oh, I love love. This is where those who love love get it, right? If you never gave up on love, if you never gave up on yourself, this is your time to receive. This is for people who love, love. They receive love. And don't it feel good to receive love from the divine, to receive divine love, knowing that you can fulfill yourself up, and then knowing when the divine timing happens, you're going to meet the right person that you're aligned with, and it will be easy, and it'll be on the same frequency as you, have the same understanding as you. But right now, you working on yourself, and they mirroring you, so they working on they self. Yeah, so y'all can come together at y'all highest light, at the greatest potential. Ooh, and then make beautiful, enlightened love children. Yeah, I want to create love children because I love love, and they're gonna be bathed in love. Yeah, not bathed in chaos, not bathed watching Cardi B in destruction and BS and chaos, and they don't got no mother or no father that love themselves. So all they see is hate, self-hate all day. No, they're gonna see self-love all day. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm creating. That's the reality I'm creating. And I balance that in a little bit of reality too. So they can't stand it and they don't like it. So they cut the live off. And then I come back talking about love, how to love yourself. And I love love. And I'm a warrior of love. because I've been filled with divine love. So I'm going to spread this divine love, spread these divine gifts to Soul Tribe because I love them. Yeah, come on now. It's different over here. We ain't got to spread fear and propaganda. No, we're talking about love, self-love, and elevating ourselves and coming together with the collective that want to heal themselves as well, that's done the work themselves. And then we connect on that same frequency and vibration. We just elevate. And then it's spread like a beautiful wildfire, like a wild flower. It spreads like a wildflower. That love is going to spread like a wild flower. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't that beautiful? Not a wildfire. We don't want things to burn and to perish because those who are resonating with this frequency are doing the internal alchemy already. They're already purified in the fire. So now the slate is clean. We planted those seeds, and those seeds are going to plant, blossom, and bloom like a beautiful wildflower. Yes. Yes, that's the energy and the frequency and the vibration that's being poured into us right now. It's going to be poured into us all Leo season. It's going to be divine love. Now, what you do with that energy is up to you because you have free will. So remember your discipline. Remember not to obey. Remember not to abuse your power. Don't abuse your power. Don't manipulate for the ego, for external gratification, for instant gratification. Do something that's going to fulfill your soul, fulfill your heart, because it's way more yummy and tastier that way. It's way more delicious. That has good intentions, and yeah, it's been marinating. Yeah, this love on me has been marinating, baby. It's delicious. This ain't no 5 minute. No, this ain't warmed up in the microwave. No, you gotta preheat the oven. This is ancient. It's a old school car. Come on. Yeah, because the healing work that we have been doing, it's been marinating. Spirit's been marinating us, baby. We've been taking our sweet time on ourselves, taking our sweet time on our journey. We're not rushing through anything. We're not rushing to anyone. No, we're using our discernment, having patience, being optimistic, tapping into our spiritual gifts and letting them continue to guide us. And if I don't feel no love there, no genuine love there, I don't want it. And I'm not doing anything to try to grab your attention. I'm not doing anything that's going to take me out of character, baby. It's authentic energy, period. And it's going to be reciprocated. And I don't have to ask. I don't have to. No, it's going to be felt. Like an upgrade in the middle of the night that wake your ass up at 3 a.m. Oh, did you? Yes, I felt it. It's felt. I don't need to ask what it was. The Kundalini rose. I got this bed is sweaty. I'm not sick. My ears is ringing. I see the orbs. I've had the dreams. Yeah, baby, it's felt. The energy's felt. That's how the love is coming in right now. You can use this little love to create a project, to create a business, to create a relationship, to create whatever it is that you want to create, to create self-love for yourself, cultivate love for yourself, research, write a book, deep dive into your history, deep dive into your ancestor lineage. It's whatever you want to do. Make sure it's rooted in love, in your authentic self. That way, when you reap the benefits, the fruits of your labors, your harvest is sweet and you can enjoy your harvest. Okay? With 111 people watching, can I get some likes? Okay. Now, I think I'm going to pull a card or two. Just for closure, darling. Just for closure. And we're going to see what comes up, what comes out, what spirit confirms for the collective and for the tribe at this time. Okay. And I think I'm going to go back to my first cards I ever bought, my first deck I ever bought, which was my Sacred Destiny deck. Okay. Again, shout out to the Soul Tribe. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Yes, no limits. It's no limits. No limit. Make them say, na, 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 na. Okay. Oh, na, na. Look what you done started. Y'all know I be on one. I be such a Gemini, you know? Such a Gemini. I be just here and there and everywhere. Everything, everywhere, all at once with me. Okay. Let's give these cards a good shuffle. We're going to get a good read. Okay, love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. Again, if you guys are looking for any teas, any elixirs, you know me. You know me, Son of Destiny. Shout out to you, brother. Love you. Any teas, any elixirs, any products, any jewelries, any crystals, any sessions, all of that information is down in the description box below. Nudiamonds.net. Okay. I'm verified in these spiritual streets. Okay. Yes, yes, I love y'all too. Oh, they want to jump. Y'all seen that? They wanted to jump out. Jumping, jumping. Oh, thank you. Don't make me blush. Okay, Spirit said, cut it. Cut it. And flip it. What do we got? Ooh, yo, come on. Come on. What it say? What it say? It say pleasure. What did I say? I said, ooh, spirit. It looked like two spirits doing something, but they not. Spirit said, Diamond, calm down. It's not like that. It's just intimate, being intimate with yourself. It's just a form of intimacy. It's just a form of pleasure. It's a form of love. Come on. And you're going up higher. You're going up higher. Higher. You're going up the staircase, tribe. We're going up. 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 All the way up. Okay. What we say we seen in the sun? Some type of little animal. Was a deer. She was riding a deer. She was riding Bambi. Lilith is riding Bambi in the Garden of Eden. I'm a little Delulu. I ain't ate no food. I'm fasting. She's gone crazy. I love this. Ooh, the gateway. What did I say? The gateway to your heart. This looks like a star. Okay. So we have ascended. What did I say? We came a long way on our journey, tribe. We have come a look at those dandelions. Look at this field. Look at this. Is them stars, those planets that are aligned? Aren't the planets and stars aligned right now? Right? This beautiful star alignment in the midst of this gateway, this portal, this 8-8, right? New moon, huh? Right? Lots of flowers. I'm talking about dandelions. I'm talking about your inner child. This is peace. This is serenity. This is bliss. This is, pleasure. Yeah, make love to yourself. Make love with your partner, right? Do things that your inner child love. This is having fun again. This is, like I said, sitting down in a field of flowers and just, blooming like wildflowers. I kept on talking about wildflowers, wildflowers, wildflowers. This is everything I spoke about. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, we have ascended. Here's the lenses from the sun. Okay, the orbs, the spirits. Okay. Um, it's so much love here. It's so much serenity here. So much peace here. So much bliss on cloud nine. Yeah, some people are gonna be falling in love. People are gonna be falling in love with themselves again. People are gonna be falling in love with partners. This is when true love returns. We're in a divine gateway, in a divine alignment with divine source. Okay. Divine love is pouring in, right? The divine wants you to fall in love with it. Okay. Be in love with your spirit. Be in love with who you are on your journey. Yeah. Enjoying the journey. Ooh. Well, then I'm talking about the Z. This is the zigzag, right? The zigzag is source. You said the confirmation card. Absolutely. I got to read this because I know it's something good. I know it says something good. So let's get into it. Okay. And pleasure. Yeah, pleasure, please. I like it real slow, like walking through the door and making love on the stove. And give me some more. I just thought I'd let you know, girl, up and down we go, like a seesaw. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I love that song. Pleasure P. Okay, let's the Stairway to Heaven. And I know I can't sing, but I do it anyway. Okay. All right. It says pleasure, luscious metals. I'm naturally high. Look at my eyes. I can barely keep my eyes open. I told y'all since that big ass tune came in my ear, I have not been right. I came on here, hey everybody, we're about to do it. Ever since that tune came in my ear, I've been messed up. I've been messed up this whole time. I just been putting on, trying to keep my face high as hell. Naturally, I'm naturally high right now on divine love and bliss. Okay. Woo, yeah. She said she high on love. Yes. Come on. Self-love over here. Y'all gonna get this work. Okay, okay. Luscious meadows. Meadows are usually open, sunny places where flora and fauna thrive and flourish. They are havens as the trees surrounding the meadows offer protection and shade from the grassy areas. Traditionally, they are associated with openness, gentle, calm, and relaxation. They are places where the weary traveler can stop and rest and renew their spirit. Woo! Come on! With the confirmation. With the confirmation. I said, we've been, Spirit just wants you to admire how far you have come on your journey. It's a resting point on your journey. Take a break. Take a break. You've been putting in all this work. Take a break, play, relax, get a massage, go outside, go to the beach, chill out. Yeah, sit down, have a seat. Ooh, okay. A meadow. Ooh, my ears ringing again. The upgrades coming in heavy right now, y'all. A meadow is a place where people, as well as animals, gather and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Because it could all be so simple. Mm-mm-mm. What a beautiful read. The sacred landscapes wants you to know, savor your life. And what did I say? What did I say, tribe? I said it's like sweet. It's like, ooh, when I was popping my shit. What did I say? I said because it's sweet, it's delicious, it tastes good, it feel good, right? To be here, savor your life. Be thankful, be grateful, be in a moment, be happy, be in joy, be in bliss with yourself. Look at how far you have come. What? Ah, Savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the scents of the worlds around you. Enjoy the colors and textures of your life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Let's talk about intimacy. Move in a languid way. Let pleasure be your password into every intimate part of your life. What I say, if it don't feel like love, I don't want it. If it ain't love, I don't want it. Get out of my face, out of my face. Okay? Period. Let pleasure be the password into every intimate part of your life. Allow your life to be less about productive and be more about enjoying each moment with the verve. And a radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life. Now, I broke that down when I was doing a chart. I said, wow, look at this energy, this love, this information pouring in, is being filtered through, right? For you to intake, for it to shine back, for you to radiate. Divine is pouring light into you for you to radiate out. Divine is giving you gifts for you to share your gifts. Divine is giving you light to shine your light. Wow, what a beautiful read. What's the bottom card? Taking risks. Don't be afraid to fly. Don't be afraid to spread your wings. We got a lot of animals here. A lot of y'all seen a lot of spiritual animals. Okay. Okay, I want to pull from my chakra deck. We're going to see what's the chakra theme. And I think I'm going to pull some angel numbers for a last word of advice. And then I'm out of here. Okay, I love y'all so much. Please get those likes up. Please subscribe. I'm 1,500 away from 10K. That ain't nothing but a video going viral. And everybody who watched the video, liking it and subscribing to it, okay? Subscribe, hit the like. All right. What is a chakra card? Ooh, oh, they're jumping. That's the second time they're jumping. Things popping off, okay? It could all be so simple. Exactly. Sounds like a love song. Sounds like a love song. I'm not going to hit that note. I'm not about to embarrass myself on here like that. Okay, they being they being shy. So I'm going to cut it. And we're going to pull from the top. The power's in your hands, ninja. I love it. Empowerment, warrior. 20, warrior I empowerment. Warrior 1, call on your inner strength and stamina as you establish your peace in the world. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little, what did I name this video? Get ready to step into your spotlight. Get ready to shine your light. It's showtime, baby. And she what in the water? What did I say in my meditation I seen? Yeah, I'm about to pop my stuff. Yeah, I said I seen the sun over the water glistening like it's a sunset. It's time to step into your power. Stop being scared. Okay? I love it. What's the bottom card? Ooh, Metamorphosis. Metamorpheus. Metamorpheus. What's wrong with me today? I got to get off of here. I'm acting up. I love it. Yes, elevating the crown. The crown is elevating. It says butterfly goddess, metamorphosis. You are reaching completion on this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. Yes. I love it. You said that's who was on the sun, the lady, huh? We said she was a mermaid. She in the water. That's good enough for me. Maybe it was her dress. Maybe she had a train on her dress. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like those are self-explanatory. Stepping into your power. You reach the end of an old cycle. It's healing to be silly. I know. I know. I just be, I'm about to pull from the angel card deck. Closing words for this beautiful Leo energy. A lot of people about to be stepping into their power after a long part of their journey. A lot of people about to be receiving a lot of love, a lot of abundance. Be open to receive. Be open to receive. Be open to receive. Are you ready to receive? Are you open? Okay. Yes, my inner child is she's here, baby. She ain't went nowhere. Okay, let's get into these last couple of cards. Let's see. I seen 444 on the bottom. What does it say? Protection. You're divinely protected, divinely guided at all times. Let's see. Come on, Spirit. What is the final words of confirmation for the soul tribe for this beautiful Leo season energy reading? Okay, that shot out. That shot out. Where did it go? Ooh, 333. Social skills, 3333. Social skills, hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you in this Leo season, okay? Did y'all hear what the card said? It said everything we talked about. Let your personality shine. Ain't y'all? Ain't that's what we doing? Like, we being ourselves, right? And checking the ego, but letting the ego come out when it needs to. Hi, ego. Hey, okay, chill out. I'm chill. Well, let's go then. It's a party. We're all here. The inner child, the higher self, the shadow. Yeah, baby, it's a party. And we're just being ourselves and having fun and getting downloads and confirmation and social skills. What's the bottom card? Ooh, 707, compromise. Self-aware, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity. What does that say? Tenacity and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Ooh, didn't I say that? Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there is lack of understanding, it is best to just move on. The truth will set you free. Fifth. Pull on my card. Woo! Limitless potential. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Reset, reset, reset. What did I say? When that north node and south node go into Leo and Aquarius, the reset. Limitless potential, reset, relaxation. Ooh, how many times have we said that in the last 30 minutes? The meditation was about relaxation. The card was about relaxation, and it came out again. Somebody needs to relax up in here. Okay, I'm about to relax after this. Okay, reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender. Ooh, Surrender. Let go and surrender. I'm talking to you. Stop holding on. It's time for you to surrender. You hear spirit loud and clear. You know what to do. Stop making excuses. Hold yourself accountable. You leveled up. Let go and surrender so spirit can pour into you. It's okay to be vulnerable with yourself. Okay. Reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, and victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. It's all for you if you really want it. It's all for you if you gotta have it. It's all for you. It's all for you. Okay. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard the confirmation from the cards. I said it. The cards gave you confirmation. You've been thinking about it. You didn't heard it. Your spirit told you. You didn't having dreams about it. This Leo season is lit. We're stepping into our power. We're tapping into our abundance. We're tapping into the sweet pleasures, the sweet things of life, loving ourselves, enjoying the journey, working and playing. It's all here for us. It's unlimited potential. It's unlimited possibilities. And we're going to see a lot of things come to a head this Leo season. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. Again, if it's anything you may be looking for, whether it's tea blends, okay, whether it's elixirs, crystals, jewelry, sessions, please feel free to reach out to me. My website is nudiamonds.net. And yes, and I already see y'all putting infinity signs. That's what we're gonna make it. Okay. If you tapped into this energy, if you claiming this energy, if you feeling it, if you watch this whole video, when the video ends, drop them infinity signs at the end of the video in the comment box to let me know you watched this video, it resonated with you, and we all the way up. It's unlimited. You heard me? Unlimited possibilities for you. Okay. I love y'all so much. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And until next time, peace.